Your Majesty.
How's it going, Marie? It's good to be the king. It's good to be the king.
Majesty.
It's good to be the king.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Bienvenue, all that stuff. Welcome to the Sunday Chill Stream. We're going to hit a couple topics tonight. I know there's a lot of shit going on right now, but yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Tommy, how you doing, my brother from another
Hey,
mother?
what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's just your friendly neighborhood guinea pig. Attacking idiots on Twitter every day, having fun watching them melt down and watch their faces go kaboom. It reminds me of that scene at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark when they're all standing right around and their faces start melting. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's insane. But yeah, we got Chris Fisk in the house as well. How you doing,
Hey,
brother?
doing pretty good. Unfortunately, this weekend went by so quickly. Damn it!
It did. We're gonna have a couple more people popping in too tonight. Scotsman, check a DM room. I dropped a link in there as well. So if you want to pop in, you most certainly can. My brother said you were doing more inking today as well, which is fantastic.
Hell yeah!
I can't wait to see that.
You could pop in, but remember, ladies and gentlemen, to pull out fast enough. That's all.
Pull out. Oh, by the way, I want to show you guys too. I got one of my merch shirts came. So we got the Mellow Art World logo, and on the back, I don't know if you guys can see it. We got
yeah,
we got the Jolly Roger. So those things are in. You can definitely click the link that's in the description. Awesome stuff right there. We got a couple different designs out there, new ones. So yeah, check it out. I got a merch store. Scotsman, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. A little bit of a migraine this weekend, but other than that, I'm all right.
Talk quietly. Sorry.
Oh, no, you already talk quietly. It's all right.
Oh, am I quiet?
Just a little bit.
Okay. Sorry.
We missed the sizzling of that meat.
Yeah.
I don't know if that works well with the little banner I got at the bottom for him.
Never barbecue in the nude.
Well, I know what Scotsman would say to him because we know that Scotsman is straight.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Sir, I said good day.
Love the hair.
I said good day.
He's got like
That's
the comb
class.
over that's kind of failing.
Dude, that was just the best.
Yeah.
Well, Vinny,
I don't
can
think
I
anyone could-
show you? Can I show you
Oh
what I
yeah,
did?
dude, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let me switch scenes here.
Mhm.
Padow. Oh wait, that's your
Oh.
drawing.
Oh shit, it is. Let me blow it up.
Are you ready?
Yeah, that's Trista
Okay.
from City of Venus. Oh snap! Zoom in. Let's see. Dude, you've been killing it with these.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely beautiful,
Oh,
man.
got the zipper teeth.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I spent a lot of
Dude.
time on the zipper teeth.
Nice. Yeah, dude.
So
I'm telling you.
Where'd you go for inspiration for the zipper teeth? Did you look at all the weirdos on Twitter?
And then this.
Look at that, man. He's
basic
putting
flats.
paint on it too. Woo! Dude, I
Yeah.
can't wait to see this. I can't wait, man.
She's anything but flat.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Anything but.
Amen, bro.
Yeah. I'll share this out and send you a high res.
Hell yeah, dude. I can't wait. Again, Scotsman is a super talent. He's got a great book that's going to be, he's working on it as well, called Hiro Hiro. I can't
That's
wait
right.
for that one, man. That's going to be killer.
Mhm.
So beautiful
Oh,
stuff.
If you like
That's awesome.
80s anime, it's going to be all about that. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Who doesn't
Hell
like
yeah.
that stuff? Come on now. 80s anime all the way. Let me say a quick
Mhm.
hello to the chat as well. Chris was the first one in here tonight saying hi to everyone. Then we have the lovely Tina Bojan, also a great friend of the channel. She's been on. And shit, if you want to pop on again, I could drop you a link. Brutal Morning One, again, one of the best names we got out there. But he's doing some cleavage here. Can't wait to see how he paints this. Because we got to make sure.
Gotta be
you know.
king.
He's gonna do a good job. He knows what he's doing. Hell yeah. Shadowhawk, what's up, man?
Hey.
Great seeing you. Papa Cotton's in the house as well. I know Papa Cotton and Tom have been slapping some special cases in Twitter. They've been getting them hard, which is
Damn.
always it's hilarious to see. Not gonna lie. Oh my god. What's up, Chuck? Nice seeing you here tonight. We got Felix in the house. Lasso of Truth as well. Hello. Always a pleasure. Clown World Review. He's going to be with us shortly, I believe, as well. He said he's just going to be running a little bit late. I know Etup's been doing amazing work over in the new studio. So, yeah, that's going to be great when he does swing by as well. Ooh, damn. That's an awesome piece, too.
Hell yeah.
Very cool.
yeah, I sent that out the other day, like day before yesterday or yesterday.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
it was
right,
yesterday.
yeah. Mhm.
And I immediately got a DM from Joe, and he was like, "I like that."
Reaper Destroyer.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So
I'm not familiar with everyone because I don't really watch the comic book streams. I haven't in a long time, but I think I've seen this character around on Twitter. I might have retweeted it as well.
Hell yeah.
But,
yeah.
Dude, yeah, it
Well,
looks good.
it's being inked by Matt Banning, aka Bat.
Oh, yeah, I know him. I met him a couple times. We have a mutual friend as well.
Yeah. He's
Excellent.
he's in the inking pantheon.
Oh, yes,
in
yes, he
my brain,
is.
so.
All the stuff he's done with Mark Silvestri alone, dude, yeah. My
The
jaw hit
darkness, the
floor.
whole run on that.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful
Dear God.
stuff.
Now, I'm kind of curious right here, Scotsman. Has Nerium reached out to you at any point for bonds, possibly doing a Cabbage Bottom exclusive cover?
Ooh, those cabbage bottom
Not yet,
girls. Make the fucking world
but I'm
go
open
round.
to it.
We got to make this happen somehow, people. We need to make this happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
For
and
sure,
the
man.
funny thing is the way Dale drew this is not really conducive to inking.
Oh yeah.
So it's you're trying to interpret all the gray and convert it into line weights and line frequencies and cross hatches and what's got to be black, what's got to be cross hatches, what's got to be straight lines, what's got to be, fills and whatnot. So just kind of, I went with one of those Danny Mickey style, splattery dry brush reversed out white paint backgrounds.
Yep.
So pulled a little
Pretty
bit from Mickey on that, and then tried to emulate what maybe Matt would do with the cross hatching, and trying to put my own spin on it, but really bring a bunch of styles together.
Oh,
So,
absolutely, man. I think you did a fantastic job.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. Dude, and see, that's what we love here, man. People know what they're doing, having a good time. Yeah, man. Doing it. That's how that's how it works. It's a beautiful thing for sure.
Absolutely. Somebody who's taking pride in their work.
Oh, yeah, man. And Scotsman, he truly does. Everything he does, he puts his heart and soul into that stuff, And I know, because the guy, he works like a dog and then comes home and does more comic book stuff. It's impressive, man. Yeah, my hat, it's always off to you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Likewise.
Truly, man, truly. Yeah, and I have not been allowed to even tease what I'm working on right now. I know you've probably been, I don't know if you heard, but I know you're going to be itching to see it if I mention it. I'm being very vague right now, but I don't know if Scotsman is aware. I don't know.
I think I'm aware.
Okay, you're aware, but you have not seen it, right?
I don't think so.
All right.
But
Does he even understand the level of itch that you're talking about? We're talking about the type of itch that you would wind up getting if you slept with some of those abortion-loving freaks on Twitter. That type of itch.
Not okay.
Damn it, Tommy.
We're not even 13 minutes in, and I got one already.
You got one already. We're going to start counting them now. But yeah, it's one of the most detailed pieces to date that I am painting.
Oh shit!
There's not even like a small fraction of this image that isn't covered in detail. And I am painting it. Maybe that's why I got that migraine.
That's a cunt move. Come on, even you got to agree. Hey.
But I think so. So it's possible. I don't know. But yeah, once I'm allowed to, then it'll probably be when it's finished. So, and I'm taking my time on it too because it's a lot of work. But don't worry. There's a bunch of cool shit happening. Like I said, there's a few great projects lined up, covers, pinups, and obviously City of Venus too. So yeah, lots of great stuff happening. And man, excellent. So yeah, we'll start jumping into some of the stuff we were going to talk about tonight. Share my screen. So we're going to hit some boys talk tonight. And something we'll jump to the other one first because I just thought it was really funny, and I'll try to watch my step on this one. But the Umbrella Academy. Anyone aware of this one? Have you seen it over on the old Netflix? Oh shit, we got Eat Up in the house. How you doing, brother?
Hail, man! Yeah, the Red Menace down here in the dungeon.
Nice.
Can we call you Echo Tep right now?
might be able to. Let me move the mic.
God,
a
is that
closer.
you? Or hello, God.
How about Darth Molotep?
Yeah.
Finally, we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last, we will have our revenge. Good, my apprentice. Good. Everything is proceeding as I had planned. What is going on, y'all? We just
is destroyed.
I literally just finished the installation
Nice.
Like,
Beautiful.
yeah, my fucking arms are well, it's going away, but yeah, they were a little tore up from, but it's like it's not fiberglass though. You know what I mean? It's not. It's the mineral. It's the rock wool. So it's wool, so it still irritates the fuck out of my skin. But yeah, so we are tomorrow. This week I've got to sand and I'll move. I'm just gonna move everything in and out until I'm done. But yeah, right in front of me here is the new wall we put in, and my buddy Kyle's gonna come over. We're gonna finish it and paint it, and I'll be painting this and mopping and getting my rugs in. We're gonna drywall most of the ceiling too, as much as I can.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna drywall that. All total so far, I have about $1,000 wrapped up in this. That's it. My estimate for the contractor doing the entire thing was $17,800. But that was with a drop ceiling, a snap-in floor, which I didn't need. I got a solid core door over there. We got that all framed in nice. So yeah, I'm gonna do some crown molding on it. I think.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Dude, man.
I gotta change.
It
these
looks
colors.
like
I
you
look
lost
Satan.
a fight with a bottle of tempera paint, though.
He's magenta tapped tonight.
I'm looking. I gotta change. It was set on the red menace. Hang on. There now. There we go. We'll offset some green and some purple.
Oh, nice.
It's like my weed. So
It looks like he's fully vaccinated.
I've had my boosters. I've had my boosters.
This is the lo-fi version of ETEP right here.
Nice. By the way, we also have the Clown World Review in himself here. We got Tony Tone Deaf in the house. How you doing, brother?
What is up, everybody? I'm doing great. I just showed up for the zipper teeth.
Zipper teeth.
The zipper
Nice.
teeth.
That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful work that's happening there all around. People are getting things done, and that's what we love here. And yeah, that studio is going to be it's going to be killer, man. Absolutely
Thank
killer.
you, man.
Excellent. But we were just starting to jump into the first topic a little bit, and right before we get to the boys, we're going to get into the Transformers of sorts.
Yes.
Where is my?
Came for the boys, stayed for the Transformers.
I'm right there with you, Chuck. I'm right there with you. Like, the seasons past weren't bad, but the new stuff, nope.
I lost interest after the first episode.
Same.
For sure. Well, and here you have it. So I think it was just a money grab. What they wanted to do, they wanted to just I think milk this thing and put it into Page territory exclusively. And I'm going to be honest, I don't see a difference other than a haircut.
Between Ezra Miller and Ellen Page.
Look like a little boy.
She's a little more masculine.
I was gonna say she's definitely more masculine than him.
Yeah, well, and the before one as well. But yeah, it's there's no difference whatsoever other than the haircut. Look like a little boy is a little boy. So no difference whatsoever. And all they wanted to do was milk it. So I watched too much of it, and because I like some of the other characters, but every time that they jump into this, it just felt so forced and out of place. Like, oh, you got a haircut. It's Victor now, not Vanya. Okay. And
nice.
Was there a rhyme or reason to it? Nope. Other than the actress is now an actor. Okay. Great. Who gives a shit? There's a story about a family that was trying to end the apocalypse, essentially. That's the premise of it. Why do we give a shit about this one character? And that's every episode. That's all they wanted to do was talk about it. And then just kept going over and over and over, just screaming the new name. Victor.
I'm normal, damn it.
Like, who gives a shit? What was the point of that?
It's like Endgame, where they had to go out of their way, every character, to be like, well, fuck all of you except for you, and point to Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
The entire movie was spent validating her. I mean, so that's what they're doing here.
Well, we got the best validation is when Thanos punched her off screen.
Just a loop of that for 8 hours straight.
Exactly. But hey, you know what? We actually have a woman on panel. We got Tina Bojan. What's up, Tina?
Victor.
Good talk.
This is now Tommy.
Hello, it is I, Doom.
Well, she's here in
I think-
spirit. And
I think our mic's muted.
it might be.
Like, no,
But no, it looks
Yeah.
like it's all right on my end.
yeah, it looks like it's fine, but sometimes, like, when you have mic difficulties, like Bluetooth is
She might
dead or
have
something.
a button on here that mutes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Tina, because we can't hear you right now, I don't know if you want to check your microphone or if you want
It shows she's muted.
Yeah, but she just switched to that, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
So someone's behind the screen. You know.
All right, excellent. Well, we're glad you're here regardless, and whenever you got things sorted out, just chime in. But yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous what they did to this series, to this show. But I think it's done. I don't know. I doubt it's going to get picked up. But even if it isn't, it wrapped up well enough. But there were cool characters on there. In fact, there were people that I didn't think I would like on the series, and I ended up actually like rooting for them, and it was enjoyable to watch. There's that one guy who keeps, like, he could see the dead and talk to the dead. Klaus. I thought I was going to hate that character, but he was funny. It's like the cool version of what Ezra Miller wanted to grow up to be, but instead he became a really bad carbon copy of this one. So
You could have grown up to be anything, and you grew up to change genders. Good job, Ezra.
Yeah. So
And
does
beat
this
women?
mean? Does this mean that Sega? Oh, I'm sorry, that Sony company that made that Ellen Page simulator game. Does this mean that they no longer have to pay her royalties because she doesn't exist anymore?
Exactly. Now they can rewrite the direction of the character to their liking now.
and what about Trailer Park Boys? So there's no
Was
more
that game
checks
Two
going.
Souls?
Oh, I
You know,
don't know.
Beyond Two Souls, that Ellen Page game. Well,
Well,
Ellen Page doesn't exist anymore, so no checks to be written.
How can they pay for her likeness when it's not her likeness anymore?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
Damn.
and that's the whole thing too, man. With those characters and what they did and these people, listen. It feels like they got lost in their own bullshit because there was like no reason for it on any level. It's just odd. I don't get it. But yeah, for you guys, you didn't watch the rest of it. We don't have to get into it. But I like their father figure character as well, and what they did with him in this season was kind of funny. But I think he got the happy ending. So I applaud his character. and how many times he killed his own children was pretty hilarious too. So there you go. But speaking of people who kill a lot of people, we got Homelander here. Have you guys seen Hero Gasm yet? Episode 6?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Welcome. We can hear you now.
Just in time to come back.
Just in time for Homelander.
Oh my. That's all I can say.
Why did that thing on the TV was completely unnecessary. I didn't need to see that.
Oh my God. Yeah. What the? That. Oh,
Lingered on it. They lingered.
They went past Triple X territory with this shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why? Why did they do that? They showed, for those people who didn't know, on this episode, there are characters that are they're cannon fodder essentially, but they're hosting this big hero orgy that they call Hero Gasm, that they have every 70 years or whatever the hell it was. So there are all these supers there, and these siblings are fighting, and one goes, "You didn't give consent. How dare you? You're recording people without them knowing." And then she plugs in on the television. He's got like the toilet cams, and
looking up at somebody's butthole. Some dude's
butthole, and you can see the guy's heart as well. It's like an undershot of everything. Why?
He bleaches.
You shouldn't be hard when you're taking a dump. You may need to see a therapist.
You know what? Some people are sad and lonely, though, Tony. I tell you, you know what would have made this episode better, though? If they would have had some Jehovah Witnesses hit the doorbell and show up for that shit. I'm saying that would have been hilarious.
About Watchtower magazine.
Oh, dear God.
Well, the first thing that is shown in Hero Gasm was the knock on the door, and it's Love Sausage.
Oh, Love
and
Sausage.
He was greeting Mother's Milk again, the black dude.
Yeah. He's like, get that thing out of my face.
That poor son of a bitch. Yeah.
Remember when he walked in the room?
Oh my God. I don't know. We're gonna unpack this, but how far do we unpack it, and where do we start? Holy shit! What a crazy episode. But I do like that they went back to 50-50 again with the political bullshit. Like, I hate when they want to go too far into things, but at least this one they hit everyone again equally. And
You mean when they did Gal Gadot's thing?
Imagine. Yeah.
Last season, Aya Cash's character, whatever her name was again, that brutal chick who was with Homelander.
Stormfront?
Stormfront.
Yeah, Stormfront. I think she was supposed to be like a caricature of how they view Trump supporters. And so I was kind of like,
oh yeah.
But she was funny.
It was. She's I'm wondering why they couldn't do Hero-gasm when she was in the show, but
You had Homelander banging her all over the place in the Vought Tower.
When she was like eye lasering her boobs. She's like, hurt me, baby.
Dude, and what they did to her, oh my God. I gotta find it. A friend sent me a meme where they basically, that whole scene where she's in the bed and Homelander is, again, he's like, oh, woe is me. And she's just like this. She's missing her leg. She's missing an arm. She's got one eye. She's all burnt up. She's like, come here and I'll make things better for you. And she's jacking
Giving him a handy.
Yeah, well, they had switched it in the meme, and they did Captain America with Agent Carter. She's the old lady.
Granny Rod Rider.
Yeah, I gotta find where that meme is again. A friend sent it to me, but holy shit, that was hilarious.
Oh.
She's like, let me make it better.
Let Grandma make it.
Yeah, you just see from the back shot, it's Captain America, and he's by the bed.
Well, you know what? Here's what I will say about this episode. Now, all the really ridiculous nonsense that they didn't have to really include with that Hero-gasm shit. I think they went a little bit too far over the top with it. But holy shit, did they turn it around with that end fight with Soldier Boy?
Oh yeah,
Soldier Boy, Homelander, and freaking Huey. Getting involved.
That fight was fantastic. Holy shit. I love
almost, man.
What they started though, when you see the termite or whatever, and the first thing that comes down is Homelander's heel.
Yeah.
I'm like, finally, all right, we know it's gonna get good now. And holy shit, did it. That fight was just amazing. How he just thought that he took out Williams that quickly. He's like, our deal's off, and he kills him. Well, he thought he killed him. That was just epic. That's what you want to see. That's the type of shit that has me sucked into the show. It's that violence, that dynamic between those two characters.
It made him scared.
And what?
Homelander has never bled. This is the first time. He's scared. God's bleed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was afraid the entire episode when he found out. So they had they had the camera footage, and he was practically having a panic attack. And he's like, no, he had to talk to himself. He had a no, I am the strongest. Fuck that guy.
Nothing better was the look on his face after he thought he killed William, and he just stood back up.
My turn.
What shit?
What have you done? That smile that he had. Oh shit, yeah. You gotta love it. I'm telling you, Billy the Butcher, just one of my favorites in all these kind of TV shows and shit.
Holy fuck! That was diabolical.
You gotta love that character, man. And yeah, just to see what he's been doing, that whole thing where him and Huey were shooting up to get ready.
Yeah.
and just seeing that Captain America version, that Soldier Boy. I like Jensen Ackles. That guy's a great guy, a great actor, man. He killed it. But the way he was talking to, this whole world's full of pussies now. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Dude, that type of shit is it's hilarious to see. And yeah, I mean, I know in the books they went in a really fucked up direction with that character, but I'm curious to see where they're going to go and what they're going to do with him now, because they did change so much, from the comics to the actual show and the stuff that goes down. But I like the surprises. So yeah, like I said, I'm still in on this one, surprisingly, because last episode they almost had me out because just Seth Rogen alone.
Yeah.
God.
What a nauseating prick. That was probably his asshole on the screen.
Probably. Because everybody wants to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Anyway.
Well, I don't like what the show has done differently with Black Noir. Because in the comics, Black Noir is actually a clone of Homelander. He's literally a mirror image of the guy. And that's why he wears...
I think they're still going to be doing that. Something tells me that the Black Noir... I think they try to give us like one of those, red herrings by showing him in that earlier episode. I don't think it's the same one. I think it still is going to be a clone of Homelander. That's my guess. I don't know 100%, but I think that it will be. I think they just wanted to misdirect us.
Well, I'm also kind of curious to see where they're going to go with Kimiko and Frenchie.
Yeah, me too.
Because she lost her powers, and they're not really leaning into that yet.
Do you think
she kind of get him back?
That's what I was getting that vibe.
That vibe, like it was almost coming back, but you're not quite sure.
Yeah.
So I thought the whole helmet thing with Black Noir was kind of a callback to the Pedro Pascal Mandalorian thing. How I want to show my face. I want to show my face.
Yeah.
And then he wasn't wearing the helmet is the whole reason why he has no face though.
I think it could be some of that too, just that little bit. But again, from what I understand in the comics too, like Noir, he wasn't taking it off. And when he does, like you do find out that it is that clone of.
And he's creepy. Like he's got that horrific grin on his face.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny because when Homelander was talking to him, he talked to him. If you notice, and I could be overanalyzing this, but if you notice when he was talking to Black Noir. He replied in the same way that he was talking to his reflection. He even said, "I'm glad you're with me on this," to a person who never replied to him.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, well, we'll see what they do, man. I am curious. I mean, because I know they're going to make Homelander. He's losing his marbles more and more.
Oh yeah. Goodbye, New York.
Yeah. Well, I think he's going to embrace it even more. That his this ultra power, and if they do mess with the Soldier Boy aspect, if they go even similar to what they did in the comics, he gets this power trip thing. Yeah, Homelander is going to be even more deadly and dangerous. There is another character that's in the books that I think they turned what's his name, Giancarlo Esposito into. It's like a hybrid combination. There's a character in the books who he's human. He runs Vought, but he is completely fearless of Homelander. In fact, there's even a conversation that they have where Homelander comes flying in, crashes through the window, threatens this guy, and the guy's like, "You're a fucking joke." He doesn't even his heartbeats, he doesn't even get any jump of nervousness, nothing. You think it's just a poker face. No, the guy literally he has no feelings whatsoever when it comes to Homelander, and he could sense the heartbeats, and he's like, "Why aren't you afraid of me?" He's flipping the fuck out. He goes, "I could rip off your limbs. I could beat you to death with them. I could shove them up your ass." He goes, "Do it." The guy's just right in his face, a little guy. And they made Homelander in the books he's even bigger. He's he's massive, and the guy doesn't give a shit. He's like, "Here, I'll even do it for you." And he walks by the window he's gonna throw himself off the window. So I don't know if they're gonna eventually do that with Giancarlo Esposito's character. But you could get that kind of vibe anyway. But I don't know.
What about his daughter figure there?
Yeah, the head popper.
To me, she's the most powerful. I'm sorry, but Homelander may be scary, but she could literally make pop you like a zit just looking at you. That's a lot scarier to me.
I am curious. Do you think she could do it to someone like Homelander or someone who has a power?
Oh yeah, yeah. She did it to that guy that fought her. Remember? They were fighting, and she ripped off his jaw, ripped off his arm, and all that stuff.
That's true. Yeah. But that guy wasn't as powerful as Homelander.
It's true, but I mean, just being able to just squish your brain like that Kids in the Hall sketch.
Yeah,
that's
crushing your head.
I'm curious. Well, I am curious to see what they're gonna do because it is insanity all the way, man. And man, I feel so bad for Mother's Milk.
Oh my God!
Shit that they're doing to this character. Yeah, he
poor guy.
got a massive look. He opens up the doors because somebody, I think it was the mite. He just popped up out of nowhere. He was covered in something and
surprise Bukaki.
Yeah, he brushes up against Mother's Milk and he's like, "Oh my God, it's my favorite jacket." He's ready to flip the fuck out. He's like, "Where's the bathroom?" He opens up the doors and he just gets a King Kong size,
a homecoming, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yes. There's your.
Oh my God. It's like 1,000 Japanese guys on the other side of that. Yes.
And then like he sees Soldier Boy, and like, what is he gonna do to Soldier Boy? Like he picks up the
that was funny.
Of fucking poison, and he breathes it in
vapes
and like
it.
and he vapes it and blows it out. Like, what was this supposed to do?
Yeah. So he's like, "Yeah, okay, I'm dead," and he just puts his fists up.
Right, and again, who walks in? Billy, not that one. You know, so
saves his ass.
Yeah, I see. That's what I love, the dynamic between the crew, the group of them all. I mean, you know, if you guys remember the speech that he had for them, Billy, when he talked about the Spice Girls, and they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, he was looking at Baby Spice, Sporty Spice. They're nothing. They're horrible. He goes, "They're losers. They're not doing anything. They have failed projects." And then he goes, Scary Spice, she's got all those lawsuits, the sex things, and all this shit. He goes, "But together, they're the Spice Girls. They're the fucking Spice Girls."
Zig.
Which is great. So like he always uses these crazy references, but it's hilarious, and he pulls them back in anyway. So yeah, I think that crew of characters are fantastic in what they're doing. How they ended the episode was pretty cool too. We'll see what's gonna come of it now, because it's the holy shit moments now. You
can't come back from that.
No,
that ending, that's pretty much, you either just killed that character, that whole thing off, or like there's no turning around. You can't just I'm just kidding, guys.
Oh, for sure, man. What's up, Draven? Darren, how you doing? Awesome one. And we got a few more people who came in tonight as we're getting into this. Yeah, Spike 220. He's been writing about all this stuff too. But yeah, again, so it's refreshing to actually still be able to talk about a show that I like, you know, because it's so much of it's just poison now, and people just keep dumping money into and watching the really bad stuff. I know somebody flipped out, I think, on one of these streams recently, and they were sick of it as well. Everyone's talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Okay, why the fuck do you keep watching it? Why are you giving them all this stuff? You know, there's nothing redeeming about that show, and people are still, they're balls deep in it. At least something like this, they're characters that are still a lot of cool shit happening. They're hitting everything right now. Oh, that's the one thing I was happy about too, that you had A-Train and the
is he gone?
Well, that's what it looks like. So they had there was balance between it. So they're showing the extremes of both sides, and what happens is both of them they look like they're out of the picture now. I mean, he is one of the major characters, so maybe he won't be, but I don't know. But how they ended it, I'm like, I'm all right. I'm fine if they both get taken out. I'm fine with it. Just wash your hands of it, because it shows if you're extreme on either side, it's not going to get you anywhere. So I'm kind of relieved that they hit that balance, because I know the writer of the show, Art Kripke, he usually is more level-headed, but I know he's way more left-leaning, and he gets into some really stupid areas. But he knows when it comes to the writing aspect, if you put too much of that shit in there, you are going to fuck your show, and you're going to fuck the audience out of your time. So,
what did Martha Plimpton's character say to the chick from the Goonies there, the one that's like Homelander's like scared secretary? She's like,
Ashley?
you've murdered people. Yeah. She's like, you've murdered people. We've covered it up and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Why do you think we should give a shit about the fact that this dude paralyzed your brother? Like, get over yourself. Yeah. Like, you've done far worse, And it was like, that should have been like she had a total point there. She's like, you're an evil person. Why does this suddenly take precedence over everything else that you've done?
That's it. It shows the hypocrisy of it, you know, and that he apologized to Huey. Huey was going to put his fist through him.
Yeah. Yep.
He was ready to do it, and I'm glad that they showed there's still some humanity somewhere in these characters, and in this show that's this fucked up, and they go this over the top. Like I said,
except for the deep.
Well, the deep. Oh my god, yeah.
He's running out of there with an octopus on his knob.
That was hilarious. And then she filmed it. She's like, "Yeah, Homelander's gonna love this." No, don't.
The whole house blows up, and there's this dude running around with an octopus on his crotch.
That was a special moment. Oh, and the name of the guy you were looking for is Blue Hawk.
Yeah,
that's the one he drug all the way down the highway.
Yeah, turned him into a road pizza.
That was brutal.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, man. But it was still I was fine with either way because I don't like either one of those characters. So if they were going to take them off the picture, take them out.
And it's sad because it's like what that guy had to say. He kind of made some sense, but he was a racist asshole about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he's like, yeah, crime does disproportionately happen in these communities. I'm here to protect it. But the fact that he went full asshole and like beat up people that he knew had no physical match to him and then paralyzed that poor dude, like, yeah, dude, you went from I'm on your side to you're now Cuck Norris. You know? Like
exactly. Yeah. So it's crazy to see what they've been doing. But I'm with Tommy though too. I am curious to see what they're gonna do with the Frenchie aspect of that. Yeah. Like those two characters are great. I love how they kind of saved each other. But now, where are they going to head with it? You know, Tommy, if you got more to say about that too, like, I'm curious to hear more of your opinion on that.
Well, I'm just really interested to see, number one, if she's going to get all her powers back, number one. And he made a promise to her that they would leave.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And what excuse is he going to make to keep her there longer?
Yep.
Right. But the thing, though, too, I think, is when she said that it's not the powers, that she's a monster because how she just was going brutal on that guy anyway, stabbing him to death like that.
Dildo through the head.
Well, no. That was the other episode. This one where she got free and she was, you know. She was taking out that guy. She was getting her ass handed to her, but she grabbed that metal pick thing and started stabbing the shit out of the guy. And that's when she realized she's like, it's not the serum, it's me. It's like I'm the monster, you know. So would that keep her there? Would she know that okay, we can't have a normal life whatsoever because if something happens, I'll fucking lose it again, and we'll go to that extreme. Like, so that's what's interesting. Again, you're trying to play with the kind of human aspect of shit. Like you're breaking down these characters a little bit more. Tina, what did you think about that?
Good question.
Because like even that situation that he's put in to choose, you know,
exactly. I can't see him leaving Butcher though.
No,
I can't either. You know, but I don't know. Do you think? Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead with your question.
No, I was just gonna say I do think because of that, what they expressed to one another after the fact, I think that they're both gonna stay for that reason too. But I don't know, I could be wrong. That's what I was gonna say. So I don't know. It's cool though. I like what they're doing with these characters and kind of where the story keeps going. But and the stuff too with Billy now. Do you think he's gonna be even more consumed by you know what he's been doing, this power he's getting?
Yeah, I could see him easily getting addicted, unless they're gonna give that storyline to Huey.
Yeah.
Because
exactly, Tina. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I see Butcher's story as like Nietzsche's warning. You know, when you stare into the abyss, you become the abyss.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I think what's going to happen, and this is just the writer in me, because I haven't read that far into the books yet. But I think basically what's going to happen is he's going to achieve what he needs to do. Homelander's obviously going to take out Soldier Boy. Like that's not even you know, he's basically, it's going to be the final showdown. It has to be between these two characters. Mm-hmm. And what's going to happen is he's going to best him, and then he's going to realize he's become the monster that he's been hunting. And he's either going to have to get taken out by Huey and by his boys, or he's going to kill himself. either way, he does not have a happy ending.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens because I think they said in the comic books Huey he has powers.
Really?
Well,
yeah,
MM is supposed to have powers too, right?
Yeah, isn't he like super like analytical and like can measure? I can't remember it.
I think it was something like that. I only flipped through a few of them here and there, so I don't know all the details, but I do.
Well, that would be an interesting way to actually explain it, and just say that he didn't realize he had the powers until he actually started taking that juice, and that it just brought it out where it was laying dormant. That would be interesting.
And I think my husband said in the comics that he got the V. I guess his mother was a V user. And he got it through her breast milk, and that's kind of where his name MM came from, supposedly in the comics. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
My husband just looked too far into it, but I thought it was a cool
thing. Nice.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm like Chris. I didn't get that far into any of that stuff. I was thinking about it, but I have no time right now. There's a bunch of stuff I want to read that I haven't been able to get to. But the show has been great. Like again, I could put it on while I'm working and doing other stuff too. But yeah, holy crap. Yeah, it's going to some places. Tree Rock Creations. I totally understand this as well. This is the acting is good for the boys, especially they're referring to Homelander, his character, and what they've been doing too. But yeah, it's too dark for Tree Rock, and stop watching it in the first season, which I get too, because it does get super gory. This season has been a bloodbath. Oh
God, the penis explosion. Like, somebody had to model that.
That's one thing if it was just the penis, but that whole person, like that whole torso area, that was gore. That was holy shit, was that gory. But yeah, and the thing too with the whale in the other season. Whale.
Well, what about when Deep had to eat Thomas the octopus?
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome because it was like he's screaming at me, he's begging, and it's like that is evil shit right there.
That what people don't realize what that is right there is an analogy of the left eating their own.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think it really was. Yeah, they can't
help
it, right? It's insane. Oh, Angela's too. I dropped you a link if you do want to pop in, buddy. Bones in the house.
Oh yeah, this Tuesday.
What? What's this Tuesday?
Can't wait for this Tuesday. Speaking of Angela's.
Oh yeah. We're gonna be doing the more AEW wrestling over there. It's gonna be great.
AEW versus New Japan. Can't wait. What is it? The Forbidden Door?
Yes, Forbidden Door. And the promos he's been putting up already for him look just hilarious shit. Really good.
Apparently I'm a transformer in there.
If you do jump on and you want to get on there and show it, that'd be great.
I think we should be clear about this. This is AEW Wrestling Forbidden Door, not the Ron Perlman Forbidden Door.
The back door.
We're not talking about Gash.
Oh, did you see Perlman tweeted out a Roe v. Wade? He made a wonderful Roe v. Wade tweet that.
Of course he did.
Oh no! Uh-oh.
You froze.
Danger. I think he. You
smurfed out on us.
Hey, wake up!
I think Gargamel froze his internet.
Yeah. Banish the land as never before.
Uh-oh. If he does come back soon, I'm sure he's going to be flipping out about his provider, because I know he got a lot of things.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
What happened?
I'm here. It was my computer. It was the internet's been fine. I'm using. I got those Google, the little Google Mesh Pod routers. So I got like 3 of those in the house, plus my regular Spectrum.
Nice.
So yeah, my connections, and I'm using Surfshark VPN. So you can sponsor me, Surfshark, if you want to. Use the code ETAP.
ETAP, if I may make a suggestion, the next time you're on the live stream, don't have porn running in the background. That's all.
It's a stream hog. That's true.
We got Adega in the house as well. What's up, Doc? And Decepticon's Cave. All right, man. Yeah, awesome people. And that's what we love to see here.
That Perlman tweet.
Sorry, yeah. What were you saying, Etop?
No, Ron Perlman made it just a completely like Ron Perlman-esque Roe v. Wade tweet. And we really need to kind of look at this because it was just ridiculous and uninformed like usual. You know,
fires.
Yeah, it's Ron Perlman. You know what do you say to a guy like that?
Don't say gay. Don't say gay.
There's dummy. All right, let's see here. Hang on. He Merrick Garland.
Hold on. I gotta find it. I had actually. There was one of these stupid apps or something that distorted your face. So I did one, and it looks exactly like Ron Perlman. Oh, I gotta find it.
Oh my!
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Here. All right, hang on. Let me share this real quick.
You got it.
And then I got him. Okay, so here we're over here on Ron Perlman's Twitter timeline, and we see. Let's go back to the first one from June 24th, and there's a lot. But look. Okay, so here we go. This was June 24th. I mean, just look at this guy. This dude is this man is fucking just sick in the fucking head.
He absolutely is.
Let's see, where is his?
It's not like he's working. He's got a lot of time on his hands.
Yeah, he's working. He's working just like old Brandon. Working on stuff for children.
Here's one making a meme. Just a reminder: this Karen is the wife of Supreme Court Justice, so the little things like treason and insurrection don't apply to her. You see the gallows in the background there, and here's another one. The latest Supreme Court decision on firearms neglects to say one thing that they actually meant to say for whites only.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta say this, man. Rooftop Koreans are my spirit animal. We ain't white.
Sam Rogers, what's up, buddy? Thanks for being here.
Me?
Yeah, this
fucking...
Holy
Did you guys see all the posts calling Clarence Thomas the N-word?
Yes, and they're all white liberals.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, but I thought the right wing was supposed to be racist. You just defeated that narrative.
No.
Did you see all the protesters around his house?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's scary shit.
If they can't control their life, he gets no silence or whatever. Something was there.
Wow.
Well, don't they realize that they should be taking that up with their state now? Like, if you're that angry, vote that shit in your state. That's what this is all about. Like, you're not powerless. You know, you got voting power.
Well, they're just
I know what I would like to do.
They're just digitally lynching him how Biden did in the 80s. So just following their footsteps.
Oh yeah, that one little video that.
Well,
would they say he waited 30 years to get even with Biden?
Yeah, good on him, man.
Yeah. He played the long game. He played the fucking long game.
Well, Sam Rogers, he was asking too, our oldest cities being burnt down in America because of the Roe v. Wade. They want it to happen. So
I don't think there has been any, have there?
No.
There's been a lot of arrests.
Well, there's a reason for that, and that's why they're trying to do worse things now. So since the first two nights was just fat middle-aged women protesting and with signs that were already pre-made and handed out. It wasn't enough. And they showed the people all confused, like just walking in a single file line all over the place. No one knew what was even going on. They didn't even. It looked like they didn't even know what they were fighting for. So
basically, it was like a flock of Bidens.
Yeah.
Mine.
What they did was they ushered in busloads of people wearing all black, and then they started to spray paint and trying to attack abortion clinics. So they're upset that they didn't get what they wanted on day one. So now they're gonna allegedly put in the fix.
For weeks before this, they've been firebombing pro-life centers and stuff, and really committing terrorism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and nobody wants to talk about that in the mainstream media. Not at all.
No, it's not convenient and doesn't fit the narrative.
Of course not.
Well, You know my stance on this, but when I see people like Cuck Norris roundhouse kicking women in the face because they say things that he doesn't like, they lost me. You know what I mean? Like, if you would have talked this out and been like an adult, we could have been able to settle this. But no, you had to get violent and hurt somebody because they disagreed with you.
I had a conversation with a friend of mine who lives in Australia as well, and she was telling me that this is someone I've known for a very long time, and she's like, "This is total bullshit." She goes, "I'm sick of seeing this in all of my social media feeds." She's like, "Why don't they just shut their legs first of all, shut their mouths as well? Because this is just stupidity." And I agree with her. I'm like, yeah, because what's going on right now? They didn't change any laws. They just put it back into the hands of the state. And the majority of the United States, it's not what you think. These people, they don't even know what they're fighting for, what they're doing. And they just want to be vocal like that. And we both said the same thing. At the same time, we go, how come, all right, my body, my choice, but not when it comes to the shots?
Yeah.
So explain that to me, because it's hypocrisy.
Ooh,
yeah.
According to my
Go ahead, Tina.
I would say, according to my 15-year-old niece, the difference is one rule is being made to protect the world, where the other is just men subjugating women once again, because it's just old white men making decisions for
Clarence Thomas is an albino.
I thought it was very, very, very funny, and she didn't matter how many women there were on the Supreme Court. It didn't matter at all. It was just a bunch of white men trying to tell women what to do with their bodies, where the coof injections were just, for the betterment of the world.
Yeah,
well,
but
there's been a couple of videos. Well, there's been a couple of videos where the people have been going around. The guy's been interviewing everybody, like all these weirdos that are saying that we need abortions, they save lives, and blah blah blah. And he's saying, okay, you're saying my body, my choice for this, but where was that during the mass vaccinations? And most of them either didn't want to answer it, or they didn't. They were like, well, that's something completely different. Like, no, it's not. It's the same thing. And then they would walk away from it because they had no legitimate answer for it, because they know they're being caught. But they try to pretend it's not happening.
The Saves Lives baloney is just a bunch of women purposely trying to conflate a DNC with an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but look at all the states there. Oh, sorry.
Tony was trying to chime in before. What were you going to say, brother?
Yeah. Well, number one, I was just going to say, Roe versus Wade. Wade was voted in by 7 white men, when they decided the federal government had no say in it, that there were minorities, women, but, even with the whole my body, my choice thing, is they keep saying they're losing their freedoms. They're losing their freedoms. When literally a year ago, you had Arnold Schwarzenegger and a bunch of other celebrities, a bunch of other lefties just saying fuck your freedom to us, because we wanted to open our business, because we wanted to go outside without a mask, or go see our parents, or sit with the dying loved one. And it was fuck your freedom.
Absolutely, Tony. I mean, like, even if that particular family member or friend was sick and dying in the hospital, you weren't allowed to go see them. And they were fine with taking people's rights away from being able to see their loved ones in that time of crisis. That was okay. But now that they have some perceived loss of freedom, which they don't, by the way, and then don't even get into the whole issue of this never being a right to begin with. There was no right to abortions. There was a right to medical treatment and everything like that. But I'm sorry, abortions are not a medical treatment unless it's actually affecting your life, which 90% of the time it's not. They are using this as a form of birth control. They've gone out there and they've bragged about, I've killed like 10 babies. I've killed 15 babies. They're bragging about this shit.
But they can still do that. Like, nothing's stopping them in California and New York, where they're...
Yeah, well, again, it's the majority of the country. You could still, they're still doing it. That's why, and it's those are the places where they're trying to have these massive protests. Nothing has changed up there. In New York, there was a law that they could also murder kids like up to 2 weeks out of the womb. That's murder. That's straight up murder. So again, this is insanity across the board and total bullshit. And there's people like this who are trying to incite more violence. Nancy's little speech, she was furious because there weren't enough people being slaughtered. You know, you had our great divider in chief telling everybody, there should be more attacks because this is insane. Like, are you for real? The president's inciting people to attack. Why?
Yeah.
Well, you know what the best of that is, though, Vinny? Here's the best. Did you guys see that little video I sent to you where Biden was actually talking about there needs to be more rules and regulations on abortions? He believes that they should be there. But back then, when he was giving Clarence a hard time, he was talking about there need to be more rules and regulations on it, and it shouldn't just be used as a form of abortion. He was literally saying that, and this is their champion now.
Well, yeah, he said they should be safe and rare. That's how it was put. And honestly,
they were a sad thing because it is a life.
Yeah, it's
the medical treatment. Medical treatment isn't a right.
No.
Well,
no, because you do not have the right to somebody else's labor
or
life. You can't force somebody to work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I sent them a link if you did want to pop on, but yeah, if you don't want to, that's fine too. Because this conversation and the shit that. Sorry. Tina, go ahead. What were you saying?
Well, I think the other thing that women are doing to confuse themselves or try to make themselves feel better, and they're all bragging that, look, my company is going to pay for me to fly out of town to get this procedure because my state has outlawed it. And I'm like, you silly human. The company is willing to pay for that little medical procedure because they don't want to pay for your 8 weeks at home on maternity leave and all the future lost productivity when your little urchins get sick. I know this. I'm a mom of 2 boys, and my husband was an awesome is an awesome partner, has always helped out with the kids, done his, fair share of what a couple does when they're in a 2 working family household. But these other women just think it's so wonderful that their company is going to pay a couple grand to put them up somewhere else so they can save all that money later.
Isn't that the sad thing right now? Because that's what it is. I saw an interview, this reporter who they're trying to ban off of all social media. She went out and she interviewed a bunch of people in California, and there were 2 young women, maybe early 20s. And she's asking them their thoughts on abortion. This was like maybe a month ago or something. And she's asking what their views are. And in the middle of the conversation, the one girl goes, well, I got one. I'm happy I did it. She goes, you're happy you did it? She goes, why? She goes, so I can continue my lifestyle. And what exactly is your lifestyle? It's going out drinking, opening up their legs to anybody. And then, if you get pregnant, just take care of it again. And then the other one chimes in and goes, yeah, no, I agree as well. And she goes, I still want to know, what's so great about what this is? And what's the lifestyle that you guys keep talking about? Well, I want my freedom to do anything I want. If I want to sleep with other people, I could do that. And so wait a minute. What you're pushing right now is unprotected sex. So no one's afraid of
herpes
anymore, AIDS, or any of this stuff. It's just it goes automatically from we want our freedoms to abortion. There's nothing in between. There's no normality. They want this hedonistic lifestyle with no responsibility whatsoever. There's no collateral damage. We could do whatever the fuck we want. And they go, that's progressive. That's the best thing to be doing in this world. How? Because we know that these people, like what you see on screen right here, they want less people in the world. They've made it crystal clear multiple times. They've talked about this endlessly. Why do you think they're for it? I made a joke as Ron Perlman on a couple of streams going, well, if we can't fuck the gash, we want to kill the gash. That's what they're doing. This is.
Did you ever see that video of the dude crying at? You ever see that video of the dude crying at the Planned Parenthood begging his girlfriend not to abort their kid?
No. That was really sad.
That was gut wrenching. He's like trying to bribe her. he's doing all the stages of grief. Like he's trying to bribe her, he's begging her, he's in tears, and it's like, nope, you chose poorly, buddy. She's offering your kid.
Well, what's crazy is like there's no part of the whole process from start to finish, from a conception to delivery, that this sounds anything but ghoulish and disgusting to me. But I'll tell you one thing: if women wanted to get an abortion early on, I'm gonna be like, ugh, and I'm gonna turn my head and I'm gonna say, you know what, yeah, it's okay, fine. You're gonna call that a clump of cells. I think you're, okay. I'm turning my head. But it went from that to no. We want to do it the day of we're due. We want to be able to kill it like the day it's supposed to be delivered.
Change my mind.
And up to like 3 days after it's delivered, we want to be able to murder that kid.
Yeah, that's murder.
Like, bro, you went from me going ugh, like turning my head and just like saying, well, I don't have a vagina or a uterus, so why am I going to comment? All right, and I'm turning my head because I'm disgusted by it, to literally murdering somebody who can live.
Yeah,
that's where you lost me. You never had me, but at least the libertarian values in me says, you know what, it's none of my business. You're gonna have to settle that up with the creator when you're done. So I'm gonna walk away and let you do your thing. To like, no, we want to be able to kill things at will. Like, okay.
Well, my problem is even with all the legal abortions and everything, look at all the societal problems, all the bastards that are coming out of this, that are growing up to their 20s or teens, going into the gangs in the ghettos or in the red, and I'm not, this isn't a racist thing. This, like, you could be, white or whatever. And they're just trash. Like you have these people that shouldn't be having children pooping out litters of these bastards. And again, we have abortion, prior to this arrangement, which was readily available. Yet we still have these problems in our cities where we have these sociopathic monsters that aren't raised by there's no fathers around. Like what's the, like, we're talking symptoms here. We're not talking the disease. Like, the abortion is just a symptom of something much bigger. Because, like, sorry, but fatherlessness, in my opinion, is the root cause of all of this. We need to get dads back in there.
And you're right. And this is what they wanted to do. They wanted to break up the family. That's why they push certain views and values. We know this shit. Sam Rogers is right. The carbon that they want to reduce is you. That's 100% correct. That's 100% correct with these people. Look at this bag of bones. I want to show it so I can get her off screen. Look what she's doing to this child next to her.
Myra Flores' daughter, the congresswoman who got voted in Texas. The Democrat district for 100 years.
Elbowing her and trying to knock her out of the way. Get out of my light. Look, she's hit her with her elbow.
What a cow.
And try to usher her off the stage.
That daughter, that little girl right there, was raised in a strong family with strong family values. And you see, she won't be pushed aside.
Nope.
She didn't even bat an eye. She's like, fuck you. She held her ground. She didn't even look up at her. And you could see just the contempt in this one's face.
Yeah, that's mutual contempt.
That's true too. With that sassy pose that one had. She's like, no, I ain't moving.
I ain't going anywhere.
That's the courage we're missing in this country.
Right? Pelosi wanted to say some racist ass shit right here too. She was just fighting it back. Like, it was right there. She was like, that was her.
I'm surprised I'm surprised she didn't get so mad her face started melting again.
When her earring falls off.
She starts trying to find her earlobes again.
There's a hero.
Good Mark of the Covenant open.
Good morning. It's Sunday morning. Like,
somebody did that with the Windows startup sound.
Myra Flores is everything they portray AOC as. She is a strong woman. She is a leader, and she's going to go in there and she's already made a difference just by being elected where she was elected. But
simp. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's good when you have somebody that's like rooting for the home team instead of their bank account.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's kind of what, and I hate to say this because it makes me sound like a hardcore Trumper, but that's what Trump did. Like he's the only president whose net worth went down after he got elected. That's like follow the money, people.
And
like
his
he
social status.
Yeah, he became a demon. Like people hated him.
That's what it comes down to too with these monsters. Pelosi said it, and Brandon said it. They go, "This is happening because of Trump. He put those 3 justices in." They kept saying it. So which translation is you want people to hurt those 3 judges? Were you not trying to say that? Because that's what they were trying to say. Because that's directly what is going on. They're being harassed because of these fucking creeps. You had Schumer going, "We're gonna put vengeance on you like you've never seen."
Vengeance. God, that guy looks evil. Just looking at him.
The Penguin.
Sick motherfuckers.
Well, I mean, we got some fat retard sitting in Scalia's seat right now who doesn't know shit from shit. But because she's a Latina, she knows things. Okay.
like what? Like taco flavored kisses? Taco flavored kisses?
Hey.
Hey, Bean. Hello, Bean.
Just remember how sick this administration is.
The fact that her father took showers with her in a way that was, quote, not appropriate. Ask yourself, is there any explanation for that behavior that is justifiable? And there's not. It's sick and it's horrifying.
Yeah, that is so. Like, I'm sorry, but it's not appropriate to shower with your daughter.
I don't know if you guys saw this. A couple weeks ago, there was a video going around the Twitterverse of a, let's say, clothless old man whipping a girl tied to a tree.
Oh yeah, we've seen that. A well-endowed old man.
Looked oddly similar to someone that's currently occupying a prestigious chair in the country.
Yeah, it comes in on the heels of pictures of you getting nude go out there on the internet. You remember when he said that? And I was like, where did that come from?
Hey, man, I forget things, and I really tied somebody to a tree and whipped them. They said I got a hairy leg, man. I don't know. I'm in a bunker. Oh, man.
When is the last time your friend comes over with their child and you sniff the child?
Yeah, what the fuck is
Sniff
that?
the girls. Shut up and sniff the damn girls.
And did you see his cheat sheet?
Yeah, what the hell was that?
It's your seat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, at least The Rock had it written on the back of his hand. He didn't carry a paper around.
You know what? On the back of that card, it says, "And stop sniffing the children." Wait for the red light to go off. Yeah, this is just unbelievable. This is just so demented on every level. We got a pedophile in chief. This is just disgusting. This whole situation is disgusting. Fuck, man. Yeah, he should have gotten his boosters. That's right, Bruce. What's up, buddy?
Hail, Bruce.
Man, yeah, hail, Bruce. And hail the good people have been, tuning in tonight. I know, like, we kind of jumped all over the place too. I talk about the things that, the shows that we liked and the other shit that's going on, and then this political nonsense that it's like never ending. They want more and more people to divide. That's all this shit comes down to. It really does. It's just about control. Just like hashtags, they're just about control. There is no real movement. The people who are the head of any of these fucking movements are corrupt as shit, top to bottom.
Oh, yeah.
So remember, just be true to yourself and to your own values. There's just too much shit going on right now. It's, you know what? We're gonna whip out old Jones because he said it perfect.
Fuck him. Fuck his family. Fuck all these people. God fucking damn it, man. What the fuck? Is there nobody fucking pure in this goddamn fucking world? Shit. From end to end. All over.
I think he's on to something there.
Yeah.
Oh, and this.
Friggin' frog's gay.
It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. It's madness all over.
Speaking of gay frogs, you know who lives in New Jersey is
It's me, Connie Ben.
Oh no!
What a surprise that I would live in New Jersey.
You're surprised that
Last to
I'm in
the
New Jersey.
buffet.
See, I speak fat.
You speak Fatanese?
Vietnamese.
Kisabuaha.
Oh.
Utaniwati lawa solo la nipple pinchy.
I do gotta show something else here. Tony had something that was perfect. Just give me 1 second here. Yeah, we're gonna see old Brandon's view.
Yeah. And it's funny that, this is the man that was busted for stealing a British Prime Minister's speech and then lying about his valedictorian status.
Mm-hmm.
All of these other things, and yet somehow, people forget?
He's been a truck driver, a train driver. He's gone to military academy, all the shit, Forrest Gump type life.
Yeah,
he was in jail with Nelson Mandela. Don't forget about that.
Yes.
He's
in the apartheid.
Yeah, he's been a black Olympian. Everything.
Deep fake videos.
Let's hear his real thoughts.
I do not view abortion as a choice and a right. I think it's always a tragedy, and I think that it should be rare and safe. And I think we should be focusing on how to limit the number of abortions, and there ought to be able to have a common ground and consensus as to do that.
So, doesn't that pretty much give you that this guy is nothing but a flip-flopping lump of shit?
Yep, talking out of both sides of his mouth.
Yeah, everything about this man is fake. Everything. And I think the American people know it. Everyone knows it. That's why they can't stand this shit. We know that the wool's been pulled over our eyes, and everyone's ripping it off now, and they can see it.
Well,
so
you remember his platform was, I'm going to forgive student debt. That was his platform. When did that happen? It didn't. Wake up, people.
Loss
freaking liar.
Loss. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all been garbage. I mean, look, this is what you voted for. This is what got in. Would you rather have this, or would you rather have some asshole who's putting out mean tweets but having $1.98 a gallon for gas?
Yeah, it's funny that you said that. Yeah, this is what you voted for. No, this is with damn it, Mama Susan.
This is what my dead grandparents voted for.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Sir, I said good day.
I love the hair.
Grandpa Joe is such a worthless piece of shit.
He's an asshole.
His fucking Charlie's family. What a bunch of fucking leeches. They all lay 4 of them laying in bed on fucking disability all day.
So his daughter can work fucking 8 jobs.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Lazy pieces.
Well, I mean,
I can get out of bed to go to a chocolate factory.
And he's
well, anybody who's got a half a brain knows what it's really all about. It's all about
money.
Yep.
All day long.
And it's ruled by.
All I know is psychopaths operate. They're not human. I don't like them. Okay.
It's ruled by psychopaths. Yes, this is it's madness. All madness. Can we get back to normalcy on any level? Because this shit is just too much. They're destroying everything, and they're just sitting there going, "Yeah, we got more protest signs. Stick those protest signs up your ass. Maybe it'll prevent you from getting pregnant."
Well, that's the thing. Is this isn't a loss. I don't think these people understand that it's not a loss. They're being manipulated emotionally.
There's also the day after pill. There's 3 operations that they could do, procedures that they could do that's not called abortions, but yet it has the same result. So there are other ways that they could get around this shit. What they're trying to do is something specific. What they want to do is divide and conquer. That's what they're doing right now. Create more of a division in America.
If you're in Texas and you are terrified, like say you're a woman and you want an abortion, and you, regardless of ethics or whatever, but that's your thing. You want out of this or whatever. Vote, get like-minded people, get your group together and vote this shit. This is not a federal thing. This is something you take up in Austin. This is something that you have the power to change this if you want to. And if you're outgunned, say that, or outnumbered, say there's more people that are in a disagreement and say, no, we're doing pro-life here.
Yep.
Pack your shit up and go to another state. California will welcome you.
And that's it, man.
Hell, the corporations are paying for it.
Yeah, well, again, it's just all it is. It's white noise right now. Social media is it's white noise. It's shit. It's people just barking at one another, and nothing is getting done. Nothing matters.
Yep.
Nothing changed between what happened a couple days ago and what happened today. Nothing changed. They still have the freedoms. They can do what they want, and they're trying to say that no, that's not the case, and it's back to coat hangers. And are you for real? Please.
Can we get away from the term of white noise? Can we call it multicolored noise now?
Yeah, it needs to be inclusive noise.
Yeah. Rainbow noise.
It's ethno-diverse noise.
It's Elliot Page noise.
Or you know what? I'll put myself on the altar. It's ginger noise. We'll just go.
Yeah, ginger noise.
You just slaughter me on that one.
They're just gonna race swap it, make it black noise again.
It'll be ginger noise on the first episode.
Yep. The Netflix adaptation.
But like Adega said, it's feeding Moloch, right? And I'll tell you this too. They're peppering this shit more and more into shows and stuff. They had it on Umbrella Academy. They went to some kind of biker gang or something, and on the wall is the goat head statue.
Baphomet.
They're trying to normalize this shit.
Think about how far gone these people are. If you're out on the African safari and go mess with some lionesses' cubs, or if you go mess with some eagles' eggs, or just anywhere in the animal kingdom, I mean, that bond between mother and child is so strong.
Oh yeah,
and
a mama bear. Whoo!
They've got these people not even going to get the procedure, but celebrating it, treating it like a folk hero. And especially the late term stuff. Like, you're supposed to be bonded with your child by that point. Like,
I saw a TikTok video before I quit TikTok of a girl, or whatever it wants to call its gender now, showing everybody the pickled uterus that she had removed from her. Yeah. And she's like, this is all the problems. This is all out of me.
Not okay.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
Soulless.
It's congratulations. You have no legacy. You know, you had a choice and you opted to not have a legacy. Congratulations.
Yep.
It's frightening what they're doing, and it's brainwashing these kids. Like
I
said as well, a family member, 15, and trying to be this little activist. Look what they're doing in these colleges. They're trying to flip that narrative. They're trying to change how people
steal their future
and view things. Yeah, because they don't want anyone to be normal. They don't want, and again, what is normal? But they don't want any kind of regular society of a strong family that's going to raise people who are thinkers, people who could help the world. They don't want that. They want mindless
shit. It all starts with the family.
Yeah, it does. And that's why I make that joke on the old Hans Cock videos. What did I say at the end? Remember, consume. That's what they want. That's what they want. You know, that whole thing is a satire at that, right? I'm poking fun out of what's going on with entertainment. Like that's the big fucking scoop. That's the big news. The world's turning to shit, and that's what everyone is having these fights about. And you know, it's insanity. It's fucking insanity. I don't get
Carpenter was ahead of his time.
Yeah. This is just, it's too much, man. It's too much. And you're Godzillionaire. Is the inclusivity noise just a transforming sound over and over? Yeah, I think it is.
Yep.
Nope.
I don't know. What do you say to this? And right now, all they're doing is trying to build this up worse and worse, and they're not getting what they want. So that's why now they're hiring more of these groups, like they did in these other so-called events that happened. They're bringing in their black shirts, and they're gonna do something really bad. And
don't worry, Vinny. Don't worry. It's going to be mostly peaceful.
Yeah, where they literally said it on multiple news outlets. It's going to be worse than burning down buildings and harming people. Well, don't forget, there were still hundreds of people who died during the Summer of Love. So,
yep. Well, look at that Carlos Maza guy.
Vinny. This was my response. I posted this the other day. Don't lowball me. I know what I have here. I know how much money I'm sitting on. So.
Oh, God damn it!
I don't.
You know what? I think it's called. I think it's called for. There you go.
Unbelievable. Unfucking this is. I know it's supposed to be more of the chill stream, but
no, we got bots.
Just for another madness stream. What was that?
We got bots. We got bots on Twitter calling for violence, like that hot dog butt thing that I showed you guys. It got removed, and then Carlos Maza on there literally had several posts. I mean, we reported it because it's actually a call to action. It's not just like go kill yourself. No, it's like, this needs to happen. We need to do this. We need to start firebombing these people. And it's like, dude, I got freaking kicked off for 24 hours because I said have some humanity because of Kyle Rittenhouse cry.
Mm-hmm.
And for promoting violence or celebrating violence or whatever. This dude is literally calling for violence and nobody's doing shit about it. What does that say? It says we have an enemy running these platforms.
Learn to code.
Of course.
Yeah.
Learn to code. Yeah, no, and you're right. We do have the enemy that's running the platforms. It's insane. Spartan Flash Century, how you doing? Thank you for being here as well. Yeah, it's too much what's going on right now, and I am hoping that more people are going to wake up to this, because once you do start going after the kids, that's when you get better people standing up. They did it in the schools as well, and you had the parents going in there and fighting this stuff. Still, what happened with that shooting? No one is still clear on what happened in Texas, where the person who was put in charge and told them to stand down for an hour. What was the purpose of all that? You literally had parents running in there.
False flag.
There's a lot that was going on that no one is making clear yet. And then, he's on leave right now as well. Okay, so what exactly happened? You keep getting these different stories that were coming out.
Yep.
What was the
shooting?
Yeah,
like
the guy in charge of the operational control, that was Ray Epps who had command of that. So.
Yeah. Holy hell, more or less. He's like, it's that way.
Well, if it wasn't for an off-duty dude and his barber, those kids would have been in an abattoir. Seriously, that mom who feigned, the mom who feigned docility to get out of the cuffs and then booked it into the school. Man, my hat's off to her. She's a freaking hero.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And I think they
ran to the danger.
Yeah, they said one of the cops too, or his wife was a school teacher who he wanted to get out of there, and he was trying to get in, and they were stopping him from doing it, and she died.
They disarmed him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they tased that one dude. Dad.
They tased more than that. I saw the woman who got tased as well, who wanted to run in there.
Every one of those cops should be prosecuted.
They should.
Every one of those, they should be held responsible for all those deaths.
Yeah.
They stopped people from helping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is crazy. And then what happened was there was another shooting or something that happened.
Amen, Glinzer.
I think it was. Yeah. I think it was in New York. There was another nut job who was gonna start shooting people, and a woman had her carrying conceal. She had her gun on her, and she took the guy out before he could have done anything, and no one talked about that. I think.
Yeah. There was a few leftist media that tried to say this is the reason why we need to take it away. You let the
Wow.
police deal with it. You don't get involved. Yeah, I seen a few of them, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" But most of those articles, they disappeared as fast as they went up.
Well, remember that video of the didn't do nothings there? The sister who's like, "Yo, my brother went into a Dollar General and he tried to hold the place up with his gun, and he got shot dead by the clerk. Why that clerk have a gun? And he should not have no gun." It's like, let's backtrack here. Your brother had a gun and stuck it in this dude's face, and the guy that he was sticking a gun at also had a gun, and you're saying only one person in this thing shouldn't have a gun? What?
I saw a video of it was like in a grocery store. This gentleman, what shall we call him, was sitting there and they're ringing up his groceries, and he pulls out a knife and he walks over to the cashier and he puts it to her back. Then somebody like behind him with a cart like just draws down on him, and the guy fucking takes the knife and puts it down, and it was like, yeah, there's a reason why the Second Amendment exists, and it's pieces of shit trying to do stuff like this to innocent good people who are just out there trying to make a fucking living, working at a goddamn job they probably hate, but they have bills
don't want to
pay.
There.
Yeah. So you're gonna threaten to stab somebody over what? $100 in the till, if that. I mean, come on.
Remember the Dindu that was kicking that woman? I'm pregnant. And she's head stomping her.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Sick.
And that's what it is. There's no value for human life whatsoever. There's some people who are just deranged nut jobs. And then we don't know, too. They could be paid to be doing these things so that they could just up crime even more. You don't know at this point. There's so much crazy shit that people we have no clue what's really going on. Because there's no rhyme or reason to some of the things that have been happening that you scratch your head going, yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, like how does... Like, not to get too off the trail here, but I was just watching a video the other day. Google engineers created a time crystal with their quantum computer.
The AI?
Yeah, and that's my thing. So when we're talking processing power, with capability like that, creating an entire society of bots for the internet to push certain ideas isn't such an inconceivable concept. When you hear the stuff about MK Ultra back in the day, but now we have all this technology to help work things out. See, quantum computers can actually do the physics. It used to be us doing the physics, but now we have computing power so strong that it can actually start figuring this stuff out on its own. So, point is, I think they use that against us.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny because Hideo Kojima called all of this. Isn't it freaking weird that some Japanese video game developer called all of this 20 years ago, or more than 20 years ago? In Metal Gear Solid 2, spoilers, the end of the game, you find out that all of media has been hijacked by an AI called the Patriots, or the Lule Lale Lo. And they basically realized that in the information age, there's so much garbage on the internet that you needed an AI to parse out true information from fake news. And they ended up manipulating the entire course of all events. All politicians were puppets, governed by this AI. And it's like, wow, that seems eerily familiar.
Wow. Hey, are you talking about where's where I smelled hair.
You've got Google engineers coming out. One of them was on Tucker talking about sentience. The Lambda system that they have is sentient now, and it's almost like an extremely smart child.
Yeah, I saw part of that.
Did you say Lambda?
Yeah.
Lambda? Like Half-Life? They're waiting for you, Gordon, in the test chamber.
Yeah, I didn't go there. I was thinking Lambda, but it just like they had one variant that sounded like something out of Revenge of the Nerds.
And Bruce is going back to on the Uvalde thing here. That whole situation made zero sense because he also got into a car accident on the way over there, wasn't stopped. There's so much fishy, weird shit that makes zero sense.
Shooting at a church outside.
Yeah. No, it was a power play, and it went wrong. It failed. It was all about trying to get the Second Amendment thing overturned, and it failed. If anything, I think they underestimated the reaction that people would take from this.
Yeah. I think so. There's just they wanted more chaos to happen because at the same time during that weekend, what happened? There was a shooting with this Asian guy and his family, and they found out it was a personal matter or something else. It had nothing to do. It wasn't a random shooting.
Yeah.
There's so much dumb shit that they're trying to do and what they're trying to push. They never talked about black on black crimes, but now they're bringing it up, but they're still not saying that it's black on black crimes. What they're doing is taking those numbers now and they're throwing it back into the pot. Oh, look, there's more shootings in Chicago and this and that. Well, yeah, because crime is through the roof.
And guess which has the most regulation for guns?
Yeah,
exactly. Beetlejuice's waiting room.
Yeah. And that's we talked about that a couple weeks ago on my Saturday night stream. There was like 48 shootings over the course of a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 48 in 2 days.
If you took out, sorry.
No, I was just going to say MSNBC brought Lori Lightfoot on to talk about the other Supreme Court decision earlier this week. Like, it's like there were 48 shootings in your city last week.
Right.
If you took out Chicago, Detroit, Los Angeles, and something in Louisiana, I believe. And
Miami.
Miami and Baltimore.
Miami.
I don't know. There's like a handful of cities you can count on one hand. If you took those out of the equation, we would have less gun violence with a larger population than most of Europe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that's.
That too.
And what are these all cities have in common?
They're heavily gun
run.
controlled and they're run by Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's just like where all mass shootings take place. They all take place in gun-free zones. Nobody wants a shooting gallery that shoots back.
No.
And that's it, right? It's insane. And yeah, how come other cops? How come they haven't protested either against what the hell was happening or what went down? Bruce had made that comment earlier too. Like I don't get it. None of this shit is making sense, or is it just fear?
Blood sacrifice.
Because we know that happens as well. It's just about control. If you do this, you're not going to get a paycheck. I have friends again in different parts of the world and family in different parts of the world. And what's the story with them too? They were forced to take something that they should not have taken. And there's a lot of people who are getting sick from it. There are more and more reports coming out. Walgreens had a report confirming that the more stabs you got, the higher your likelihood is of being sick and catching it. So there's so much shit like that happening. In UK, they also confirmed it. There's a massive study that just came out. Why did they greenlight the one with the children? Kids do not get, they have not one kid has died from it. They proved that. You know why they did it? Yeah, Kennedy had said it. Robert Kennedy Jr. there. He said it. He says by passing that law where children, it's a mandate for them, they have to take it as well. It's like a loophole. They get exempt, the company, so they cannot be sued. So all the companies who they gave you those jabs and shit, they can't be sued if something happens.
If you'd like to ever do a show about vaccine injured children, my son is one of them, and I can tell you all about the vaccine court.
Wow.
And all the BS about the fact that you are correct. Any vaccine manufacturer is exempt from being sued, and all of the money for the vaccine court and that would have been handled in settlements all come directly from the federal government, which means the average American is paying off all of the families of these people that are injured because of bullshit that wasn't tested well enough before it reached the market.
Wow. I am sorry to hear that.
Sorry.
I hope your son is going to do better. I don't. Well, we don't have to get onto that on air, but if we do that stream, I think we're going to have to. We'll either go to Odyssey or Rumble, but I think we should do it at some point too, just to get more.
And you know what? You definitely need to have the doc in on that one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because this is too much, man. This is absolutely too much what they're doing to all of us. So,
it's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
Well,
and they keep
imagine
more of it. Did you hear what they said with the monkeypox? That it's Fauci's back to his old ways again. Now they're confirming that it is running rampant through the homosexual community. The monkeypox thing. How is that possible? That's not the type of disease that you get that way. They've confirmed it over and over. Why is that happening? You know, this is wow.
Fauci's like, I couldn't get him with AIDS in the 80s, but I'll do it now with the monkeypox.
Well, I mean, it's just like we were talking about the Unicron variant. They said it's back and stronger than ever.
Okay.
Sorry, we had one for ETAP. Sorry, go.
Yeah, well, they were saying that with the Unicron variant. They said it's back and it's stronger than ever, and this time the Matrix is not going to stop it. So prepare for more of that nonsense coming. I'm sure that's going to come during the next summer of love. They're going to have some more lockdowns for it.
Oh yeah, it's September, October.
What was that, Chris?
September, October. They're gonna release a new new booster, and they're going to talk about a new variant.
Yeah, right before the November stuff happens with the midterm shit. Yeah, they have their plans, and they've talked about this. They've talked about this in multiple different places.
Timestamp this.
Yeah. What do you think their little meeting in DC was about? The old Bilderberg Davos group bullshit. And it's funny too. And they were saying, we're trying to take away guns, and yet they had armies of people protecting every one of these so-called elites that were going into this specific building.
Yeah, I don't think they understand. You'd think after all of these proxy wars that they've embroiled the United States into, like the money laundering ones, you'd think that they'd understand that after losing in Afghanistan, after losing in Iraq, like the Middle East and all this shit, that they would understand that when you take guns away from people, the only thing that's left is bombs. And bombs are a lot easier to make. They just take more collateral damage. And all those IEDs have done far more damage. And they're very cheap to make in comparison to the expensive, heckling or whatever our military budget is for our firearms.
Yeah.
So fine, disarm the population, and you're going to get what the Sinn Féin did to the British when they tried to take over Northern Ireland.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, they want something to happen. You know that they do.
Yeah.
This is why they're doing what they're doing right now.
I'm going to be terrified when that shit happens, because I'll tell you right now, I'm a lot more terrified of some bomb going off than I am for some dude with a gun.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Firearms they limit collateral damage. Tim McVeigh with a van full of 2,000 pounds of shit drove up to a freaking building in Oklahoma City and leveled a fucking city block with it.
Yeah.
That's scary shit. And that's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, god damn, you can't regulate brake fluid and fertilizer.
Yeah, well, that's it. The people are going to find a way. I mean, you push them too far, and what do you think is going to happen? And it's sad. It's crazy. But they're doing this on purpose. That's why people vote. Get these monsters out. Keep an eye on everything. If you see someone who's doing something fishy, report them as quick as you could. This is super, super frightening what they're doing to this world. But and if things could be saved at this point, we don't know. We honestly don't know.
Yeah, violence is like, if you're instigating violence, you're the bad guys. I mean, that's a pretty easy barometer to judge yourself by. If you're the one going out and shooting people because you think that's because they took away our right to vacuum clean the hoo-has or whatever, you're wrong. You're the baddies. You're the weasel baddies. You are.
Again, I just want to just yell at all these people going, grow the fuck up, because there are multiple different ways to prevent the things that you don't want right now. There's the morning after pill. There's so many different ways. There's use condoms.
Don't be a whore.
Yeah, don't be a whore.
Don't look. And I got into it with this a couple women on my post the other day, and I very articulately stated the fact that I'm like, your poor life decisions, aren't my fault, and this is a states' rights issue. Do you really want the federal government, governing your body? Is that what you want? Well, people like that, yeah, they do, because they were the ones crying for the jab, crying for mask regulations, crying for this. The govern me harder, daddy crowd. Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, and now it's like, oh, well, they're taking it away. Like, nobody's taking anything away from you. If you knew the basic amount of civics, the basic understanding of supreme, these court cases that make a difference, you would know that it reverts to a states' rights issue, which that's what it should be. So stop being so fucking reactionary about everything.
That's it. They just want to fight, and that's the stupid shit. It's insane. People, wake the fuck up. You can't see it? Man, it's just, again, it's just, they're just going straight into the slaughterhouse and going, yeah, they're holding their signs.
Yeah. O'Doyle rules.
I'm just saying, maybe a few 100,000 Ed Geins right now wouldn't be a bad thing.
We'd have a lot of nice lamps, Tommy. Household furniture made out of bones, you know.
Oh yeah. Bowls, utensils, the works.
Well, listen, they're fat enough too that you're gonna get a lot out of that. Sofas.
No, yeah. One thing I'd really like to see, other than like the sexual, sex education, like what somebody had mentioned in the chat here, they're like, when this is how a baby is made. Like, I don't understand how people aren't understanding that before they're doing it. But the other thing is with firearms. I took a firearm safety course, and it was my friend's grandfather, who he's gone now, but he was a former DI. And I'll tell you, man, that was one of the best things that I've ever had as far as like firearm, like education for it. It made me afraid of guns. Like kids these days, like these gangsters, these ghetto bastards that come in and they're not afraid of that shit. They're like, yo, live by the gun, die by the gun. They don't like, there's that white kid there.
A lot of them kill their own friends and family.
Accidentally,
accidentally playing with it,
they're posing with it and shit. Yeah, like that gun safety course that I took, they handed me a freaking teenager. They handed me a 10 gauge shotgun. My 200+ pound ass was put on the ground. We were doing skeet shooting, and they're like, okay, it's gonna hurt, so you're gonna have to brace it against your shoulder and all this stuff. And I aimed, and I'll tell you, man, bam, that thing went off. And I was on the ground, and I'm like, I don't care what I'm fighting. I will never use this gun. Like that is, that is not something I'm.
They've been trying to scare people to death ever since. I don't know if you guys remember that one incident that happened years ago. There was a couple kids that were watching a deer hunter, and the one got into his father dresser's drawer, and he pulled out the gun, and they were playing with it like the Russian roulette that they've seen in the movie, and he shot himself. And they've been going hard in the paint at it ever since then. I mean, this happened in probably the early 80s. So,
well, if you respect the firearm and you're taught early on, don't point that barrel at anything you don't want dead, and that doesn't mean just when you're aiming. It means any time. You're going to start reducing accidental deaths, because we were handed a break action and we were told, keep that sucker broken until you're ready to shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, 78. Bruce says 78. I thought it was early 80s, early mid 80s, but 78.
Yeah, well,
and I seen what Sam was saying about the sex leads to
Sam.
This is a group. These are a group of a couple of the idiots that I wound up getting into a bit of a Twitter spat with today, and they were basically the beat around the bush. They were basically saying that they do not believe that there should be consequences for their poor decisions. This dizzy bitch literally said that right to me, trying to defend her position, and I'm sitting there laughing at her, and she can't figure out why I'm laughing at her, posting pictures of Ronald McDonald pointing at her.
Damn.
We're at this point because of how, unfortunately, and I will say my generation, because I'm assuming I'm older than most of you, but Gen X is responsible for raising children who cannot take care of themselves. I mean, there's a reason we have kids that are now on our insurance until they're 26.
Yeah.
Well, Tina, I would agree. I would agree with that to a reason. And I'm a Gen Xer, 72. So. But I remember when I was growing up, I watched my parents start to lose their ability to be able to instruct me and to be able to, basically discipline me. Because it was right around the early 80s when they started all that shit with DIFUS coming around checking it. You get one report that we think that you're abusing your child, we're going to come in there and check you out. And I remember they came to the door with the police, and they were giving my dad a hard time because I was doing something I shouldn't have been done, and Dad cracked me over the knuckles with a back scratcher a few times. And I yelped. So the neighbors called the cops. The cops came with DIFUS, and my dad friggin' brought me outside, turned me around, pull up my shirt. Where do you see a mark on him? And my dad was freaking hot, but that's where it started right there for people that couldn't mind their own business. And 90% of them are people that don't even have kids. I was taking my daughter out of a Chuck E. Cheese one day because it was time to go. We had to leave. We had to go pick up her mother from work. And it was time to go. My daughter started making a fit, screaming and crying. I literally had to drag her out of the ball pit and out of the Chuck E. Cheese. Another woman and her mother walking down the path in this strip mall, turned around, started screaming at me, "You shouldn't do that to your daughter." And I said, "You should mind your own fucking business." I said, "Is this your kid?" And she's like, "No." I said, "Do you have kids of your own?" She goes, "No," but I said, "No, but nothing. Shut the fuck up before I come down here and smack you next." But I mean, this is the fucking mentality of these people. They believe that they are in the right no matter what, even if they don't have any kind of experience dealing with the situation that you're dealing with.
Isn't that what it is? It's always those type of people that they have no idea what they're talking about. What
freaking Karens.
Yeah, and then you have the other side of it too. My cousin's in New York. Every time I would get work up there, whatever, I would kind of stay with them around there in that area, and I would once in a while, I help them with their kids too, and they were wild as shit. And that's the thing. If you don't discipline these kids, they're gonna be more fuck ups. They're gonna be monsters. They're gonna do bad things.
Yep.
Problems
are like fire.
Yeah, one of my cousins was exactly like that. He found a little bit of structure a little bit later in life. He got lucky with a really good job, and in order not to lose that job, he had to change his ways as well. But he was a little fucking devil when he was a kid. And why? Because his mother didn't give a shit. She's just let him do whatever they want. You're gonna grow. You're raising shitty people. You need some kind of structure. If there's no structure and there's no proper love, you're gonna have a very fucked up world. It's that simple. And that's why you see all these people, the stalkers, the other nut jobs, the ones who just they're gonna drink the Kool-Aid and do whatever they're told. They're gonna do these crazy protests, not even know what the fuck they're fighting about or talking about. Step back. Look at why were certain time frames. Why were things working in a good way, or why were things building up properly? They started poisoning people and hurting people in a certain time frame is when they started doing it. And they did it through food. They did it through media. They did it through everything. And to this day, like, again, in the 80s, they pumped so much poison into foods, and they preserved other shit.
Oh, and they still are to a certain degree.
Oh, yeah. Of course they are.
There are free deserts out here.
Corn syrup. That high fructose corn syrup is the reason why disability has started. I mean, diabetes. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Diabetes has been running rampant in this freaking country and abroad too, because you're starting to see it in Japan, where all the fast food restaurants have gone over that are filled with that shit. They're starting to see it now too.
Yeah. Well, isn't that it? I mean, and that's what it was, because so many of us now we have some kind of health problems. We have something going on. It was funny. My uncle sent over a photo of a picture of people at the beach in the early 70s. You didn't even see one fat person. Everyone looked thin, trim, nice, whatever. You got one or two, maybe a little bit of chub. No one was massively obese. Take a photo now at the beach. It's just land whales everywhere.
Dude, that blew my mind when I resubscribed to Hulu Plus and all the commercials. I was like, why are there so many fat, black, and gay people?
Well, hold on a second, too. And it's not about fat bashing, because there's people, too, where we've just gotten sick because of what they did to us and the foods that we are still consuming. Most people don't read labels. Most people don't look at any of this stuff.
Nope.
I was a fat kid. I was a real roly-poly. When we moved to Florida, things changed. Started getting more active, changing what we were doing too. But growth spurts happen. Again, when you're a kid, your hormones, everything changes your body. People don't look at everything, and they just go, "Oh yeah, that's just how it is now." That's not how it is, and that's not how it should be. Eat healthier, do the right things. And you see there's poison in something, try to cut that out of your life in general. If it's food, if it's media, whatever the fuck it is, if it's something that's poisonous and is hurting you, you got to wake up to it. And then that's how you can make proper change. These people aren't doing it. They're complying. These phones do everything, right? It's apps for this, that. There's the apps to be whores on every fucking level. There's I was talking to a friend who she knows a few people in the nightclub scene, and they are literally, they're not in the double digits. They went to the triple digits with their body count. That is fucking frightening. Could you imagine that? What kind of diseases and shit are they putting out there for their lifestyle? And what are they trying to do? They're trying to find that one person who's rich enough, and they want to latch onto it. You know, I have a friend who was working as a bouncer in a club, and it was the same fucking deal. You see the same kind of ring of people come in, and they're looking for specific stuff, and it's not what you might think. It's how to get that cash, or just to get their rocks off, and it's a rotating door. There was someone in Florida who he caught AIDS, and he knowingly had it, went to these clubs and tried to get as many people sick as possible to say fuck you and put a vendetta out on these people. This is demented. This is psychotic. This is murder. You know. Yeah. But these monsters are out there. How do you have the fucking balls to just do that? I mean, again, find proper structure. Like I was telling Walton too. We had a funny couple of videos that he filmed in the car or whatever, and he's going, yeah, Vinny's giving me advice, whatever. I'm like, dude, you just told me you used an app to bang it too. Like, you have no standards, and you're not looking for
off the fence at the zoo.
Right.
If it wasn't for no standards, he'd have no standard, or low standards, he'd have no standards at all.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, and that was a joke about it, and that's the thing too. I'm like, dude, if you want to do better things, you have to aim higher. You want a good person in your life? Well, go to a different place where you might find better people. If you're gonna go to the dive bar where they're shooting up in the back, and there's someone and there's someone turning tricks behind a pizzeria. Humble, then you're in the wrong place and you made some poor life decisions.
Ribbit, tasty cake rule. Ribbit.
To be fair, Vinny, it was in Walton's defense, it was Arbor Day, so.
But still,
not okay.
Plant no seeds for tomorrow.
So yeah, I don't know. It's very simple, and Billy told everybody already, and he told that one kid.
Remember what I told you.
Don't be a cunt.
Don't be a cunt.
And drink your juice.
Drink your juice, Billy. Yeah, I got to get some Robert Loggia clips in here. It's the one thing I don't have. But don't worry, we'll get some. But yeah, it's a good thing. So we'll go on that note. Remember, people, don't be a cunt. I'm not for this was kind of more of a heavier conversation what we've been having, but we'll hit some outros here. We'll talk to some people about what's going on. Tommy, my friend, tell them where they could find you and what you're about, brother.
Well, you could find me and the pigs invading your fridge and stealing all the good stuff and bringing right back here to Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, where we'll be nibbling away on your soul and assimilating your asses before you even know what happened. We're talking about old movies, old toys, old shows, and everything that's nostalgic, everything that hits the right button, everything that you want to remember the way it was as we try to fight these morons that are destroying it today. I am not going to sit there. I'm not going to talk about Disney and do what all the other people do with the pop culture stuff, because guess what? I don't care what Disney does. They could burn in hell for all I care. But going old school retro discussions every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. And we have a lot of fun getting together and talking about that old stuff. And then, of course, usually Tuesday nights, I stop by for Drew and the United Resistance. And then right after that, jump in with Tony, which he'll be talking more about his show in a minute. And then, of course, back again on Thursday, bouncing between Vinny and my channel, we have Collectible Pass, where we're talking about the retro toys and some of the stuff that they are based on, where these companies are doing it right and giving us exactly what we love. Guys, remember to have a little bit of fun out there. Go out there and destroy the wicked. Remember, I believe that Conan said it best. What is best in life? To see your enemies, to crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the limitations of the women. But guys, remember, don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent, and the guinea pigs will come for your toes if you're fighting on the wrong side. Peace.
Right. Amen, man. And Tim's talk. Listen, you got to get rid of that number. She's poison for you. Anyway, Chris, my friend. Hold on. I'll share my screen as well. Let them know where they can find you and a little bit about the project if you want to talk about that as well.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Oh, look at that, man. 209 back. Oh, damn.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Hell yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
Hell
Pick it up a bit more. I like that.
Hell yeah, man. We've got, I guess, fewer than 30 physical books remaining then. And that's for book one. You know, it ships immediately. What is it? It's 50 full color pages. You know, if you like 90s anime, 90s Saturday morning cartoons, you know, things like Pirates of Darkwater, Conan the Barbarian, even Disney's Gargoyles to some degree. I think you'll love this. I started getting some reviews from some of the readers, and it's really awesome hearing some of their interpretations of the story, because it's like they're attributing it to some of the modern stuff that's happening today. And I love it when a story is timeless like that, because the story was written back in the early 90s. So having those kind of those elements, you know, hold true to today is really nice. And I'm glad people are like different people are getting different things out of the book. And the fact that I haven't had anybody go, dude, your book sucks, which, you know, I mean, granted, as a UX designer, I'm always looking for the negative. Yeah. And when I'm not getting it, I'm like, holy crap. Wow.
If you say too much, someone will come out of the woodwork just to say it.
They'll be like, your book sucks. Your book is terrible, and you should feel terrible too. But, you know, I'm super, super happy that people are enjoying the book, you know, because it's a passion project. You know, I'm not really making money off of this. It's nice to see that people are enjoying something that I'm putting out there. You know, they're actually getting their value out of what they've backed. And again, it ships immediately, comes in a nice box. And this week I should be getting the packaging, the little boxes for the Ashland standee. We during when the campaign was active, and I actually had a couple of them when it went in demand, were the 4-inch standees of Kaylin, who is one of the main characters. But those ran out. You know, they were finite. Everybody grabbed them. But now I was able to get an Ashland standee as well. And anybody that backed the Ultimate campaign, or I should say the Ultimate bundle when the campaign was live, will be getting their Ashland standee at no extra charge. You guys backed the Ultimate bundle. It said it includes everything. Ashland's in everything part of that umbrella, so she's coming your way.
Nice.
I'll have some. Also, I'll have some available for when we reach 1,000 followers at Infinitil Comic on Twitter. So 4 lucky winners will be able to get their hands on this as well. Again, no extra charge.
That's
coming out to you.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate the support.
Yeah, and there it is right there at Infinitel Comics. So go over there, go on Twitter, jump on that, because Chris is fantastic. He really is, and this project is really awesome. It's one of the ones that I really truly loved that I read this year. He's on the top 3 with that. Beautiful stuff, man. Can't say enough high praise about Chris and what he's been doing and how he's helped so many people. But again, and just you're a great person, man. Proud to call you your brother, and very proud to own your book here. And man, I'm looking for. I want that standee as well. So because I got the other one. Again, Chris. He's the one who got me into this. If you guys didn't know, to getting these cool stands, and because of that, we have this, and we're gonna have more as well. I'm going to be doing, like I said, we'll have more characters from my different campaigns. So City of Venus 2 is the next one, so I'm going to have a character from there. But again, I might still do another campaign in between that because I know a lot of people, they missed out on some of my like the Ashcan books that I have. So I'm thinking about doing something that's going to be in a better format than that and have like a bigger collection. So it's going to be the same size as a regular comic and have just tons of cool content. I'm thinking about doing that. That way I could add an extra standee in that campaign as well. So I give people a chance to get some more cool characters and start to build up more of a collection because that's what we like here. And I'm just going to jump into myself real quick since I have this up. Again, Shadow of the Kraken is shipping right now. Campaign 6. Yeah. I'm 6 for 6, people. And that is a beautiful thing. No one had to wait 3 or 4 years for this.
It's good to be the king.
All right, we'll play it since Tommy.
Oh, Your Majesty.
How's it going, Marie?
good to be the king. It's good to be the king.
Majesty.
It's good to be the king.
I love Mel Brooks.
We was Kangs and shit.
Kangs and shit.
Vinny was fulfillment Kangs and shit.
That's right. With that echo was fantastic.
Oh, does that actually happen? What Chuck just mentioned?
What? Yeah, and no removal of content to make another book. Yeah, apparently someone's doing that as a again, someone who cries victim all the time, who's made a fucking fortune. It's insane, you know. It's bullshit. But you know what I did? I actually added more pages to this story. I didn't hit the stretch goals I was looking for, and I still gave you guys more content. So this is 52 pages, front cover to back cover, perfect bound, and ships immediately. So if you want an awesome book without any of the bullshit or excuses, it's right here. You can get it right now. I have 2 other active campaigns that you could also pick up immediately. Through the Woods, City of Venus. City of Venus also has the 2 art books on that campaign. They're exclusive to that campaign right now. So if you want them, grab them before they're gone. Like I said, because I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep certain campaigns going right now. And the hardcover, once the hardcover's gone, that's it. I'm not going back to print on the hardcover. So
you got to get that hardcover. It is a gorgeous book. Loved it.
You.
I loved it. My 12-year-old
yeah.
niece loved it. Highly recommend it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, my dad loved it.
Apparently, everybody likes it hard.
Right? It's hard. It's big. It's bigger than your average book. It's thick. The ladies love it. You just heard it here.
So would you say it's above average, Vinny?
Obviously, Italian, but humble. But one more time, you get quality, and that's throughout every freaking page. I made sure it's got beautiful detail, beautiful story, everything you need in here. We have Frankie Knows. He co-created this with me, and is the writer on this project. Please pick it up if you haven't yet. You're going to be disappointed if you missed out. I'll tell you that right now. This thing is amazing. But yeah, and it's awesome to hear too. We have people across the board who love these kind of stories and what we're doing. Tina just mentioned it too. Her family loves it. Guys, girls, kids, adults, whatever. I was at a convention when I just had the floppies, and there was a guy who was picking up a bunch of stuff he loved, and he had his 2 daughters were with him, and one had to be maybe 6, and the other one maybe 10 or 11, and the father asked me is this okay for kids? I said, well, here, I gave him the last book. I said, flip through it. I said, because this is the most kind of, graphic stuff that we have in it. And it's kind of PG-13. And he went, no, they're cool with that. They've seen horror movies and stuff. So that's no problem whatsoever.
Speaking of horror movies, as we inch our way through the summer months, next thing you know, it's going to be going into fall. We'll be going into Halloween. What better time to read something like Through the Woods?
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly it. But this is what I was going to say too, and I'm getting a little long-winded. But the kids, they grabbed the book and they went to go eat lunch or something. They came running back to the table like a half hour later, and they wanted another 2 sets. I'm like, oh, okay. And the father goes, the youngest one read it first and fell in love with it. Then the eldest one got a chance. She was kind of reading alongside her a little bit and was like, yeah, we need more. This story is amazing. The work is just stunning. And this is, again, it was a massive convention. It was a C2E2. There's tons of stuff there, tons of different creators, and their hearts were sold on it. And they came back the next couple of days as well, and they were buying more stuff from me just because of how much they love the quality of the work and the stories that we're putting out there. And again, shout out to Kraken is no different. It's slightly different. I did everything on this one. This story, there's a lot that's going into it, a lot that's going to go into this series as well. The first issue, I've had so many amazing reviews already on this. People have been talking it up like crazy, such high praise. They can't wait to see what's going to happen with these characters, where the story's going to go. And that's what I love. That's what excites me and wants me to keep making more and more books. This is a connected universe. So again, if you just want a pirate story, though, you're going to get some great stuff here. You don't have to worry about anything else. But if you get all my books, you're going to see the connecting elements. Eventually, what's going to happen with a lot of different things. But they still contain stories. So if you just want the pirate series, you only want 1 through however many I end up making, you're going to have a contained story. It's going to be beautiful. But this is what I want to do. I wanted to create more history, too, between my different books, the kind of worlds I'm creating. Something like a Vinnieverse, I guess you could say that. It's Mella Art World. So Mella Art World is my company. That's what I'm doing here. And again, inspired by the greats. I met Stan Lee a couple of times when I was younger. He inspired me so much to do what I'm doing. Other really cool people. Frank Frazetta is one of my heroes. So it's just being able to tell so many different stories, again, through just a handful of images or through a full comic book. That's what it's about. Cover images should also tell a story. That's why I went into doing some of the teaching on my YouTube channel. I want to get back to it. I just got to figure out when and how I'm going to start doing that again. But it's because I wanted to make sure more people were going to have a source to go to. So if you didn't know how to do certain things, or you want to know kind of how to break down a comic book properly, to me, it's always been about giving back. I've trained a bunch of artists that people have no idea what I've done in the community, but I've helped a lot of people. One that people do know, Yuka, because she's been vocal about it, but we're trying to shape and build things more. And that's what this is supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be about super chats and ego. That's what a lot of people do. It's about fucking whisper networks and this stupid shit that some of these creators do. Can't stand that shit. That's why we cut all of that out like the cancer that it is. We throw that shit away and we focus on good storytelling and hanging out with cool people who want to have a good time. They want to get more great stories. And again, they want to be acknowledged as people. You know, we could have human interactions without the bullshit. So let's get back to that, folks. All right. I'm going to move my soapbox now. But please support these projects if you could. I know Nerium is asleep right now, but sign up to Bonds, The Cursed Child. The next book's going to be fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
We got Red Gaze. What does he have? Like a week left on his campaign?
I think so, yeah.
So,
it's getting down to the wire.
Yeah, so jump on all this stuff. I have them. The links are in the descriptions. I know there's some good people out there dropping links as well. You know, love you guys and girls for doing that. Sugar Chris is in the house as well, man. What's up, brother?
Hey.
Again, speaking of great people, he's got an awesome show, Morning Roast. He showcases great creators and other people.
Yeah, he's a great guy too.
Yeah, Chris is fantastic. We love you, Chris. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, man, and that's what it should be about. Let's hang on to the good folks and just ignore all the other bullshit and the drama and all that nonsense. So yeah, do what you can. So I'll stop sharing that for a sec. Tony Tone Deaf, my brother, tell them where they can find you and what are the cool shit you got going on.
Yeah, you can find me over at the Clown World Review every Tuesday. Myself, Vinny, ETEP, Angela Straven, Tommy, and, you know, sometimes a guest. Like last Tuesday, we had Jeff Hicks from the World Class Bullshitters.
Awesome.
We get together and talk some retro wrestling. It's the Monday Night War retrospective. So right now we just finished up with Survivor Series 1996, and we're headed into Starrcade 1996. So I mean, it's always a good time, you know, talking about WWF, talking about WCW, seeing the rise of Stone Cold. All that's a blast. You can also find me over on ETEP's channel every Monday and Wednesday. Over here, usually on Fridays and Sundays. I feel like I'm forgetting someone else's channel, but yeah, we're all over the place and all over each other's shows, so it's always a great time. There's a new show on the.
Sounded so homoerotic.
It did.
It's the bukkake of love.
Yes.
I didn't mind.
Yes. Catch my new show.
Here's a napkin. Wipe it off.
Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Tony. Yeah, you do have a new show. Yeah, tell people about
that was awesome, man.
Yeah, Fridays at still decide. I think about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, maybe 8:30. Life in a Rocket Ship, and that's it's not as niche as wrestling. This is more of a general conversation type show. We talk about current events. We talk about news, politics. Whatever's going on in the world and with society. We might talk a little technology, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think and thank you all for being there. I think last Friday the first show went off. I mean, just as good as it possibly could have. I mean, that was a great show.
Oh yeah,
So,
dude.
yeah.
Had a blast.
Hell yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so spend your Friday nights with the Clown World Review, and just hail to the chat, hail to everyone on the panel. I love you all, and yeah, it's new week to look forward to. So
hell yeah, man. Like I said, those Friday streams, great conversations. I'm looking forward to hit more of those as well. Yeah, Tony's fantastic. Get over there, sign up. Let's get his channel numbers up, because man, he deserves it. He's done some great things, hilarious as well, but also he really makes you think about a lot of shit too, which I enjoy. So
Thanks.
that is a great thing right there. Yeah, and again, the retro stuff is fantastic as well. The wrestling, man, we always have a blast. But
real quick too. So after the Monday Night War retrospective this week, and it's probably going to be a shorter show. Catch us over on Angela Straven's channel for the Forbidden Door review, and I'll drop a link to that in the chat as well.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, Draven's great, and that's going to be a fun time. The last one, holy shit, we were cracking so many jokes, and then we could see if we could do more of that, it'd be excellent. But we will have to trim some things out.
Yes.
For Mama Susan. But yeah. And speaking of another person who's got a great channel, and we're always we're kicking it over there. And tomorrow night at 8:30, we're gonna kick it some more. So ETAP. Dude, look at that in the new digs.
I am.
Yeah.
This is like the dungeon right now, but it's fucking great.
I feel powerful down here, like I might be planning to take over the Upper Peninsula of Michigan with my fluffy kitty, Mr. Beans.
No, but yeah, I'm gonna probably hang some drywall on the ceiling tomorrow. It's all insulated. And there's a lot of finish work to do, but we're just gonna keep on working, and we're back tomorrow night, 8:35 Eastern. Like Vinny said, the member stream will be at 7:35, and this Wednesday member stream and the Going Rogue episode, I think it's 59 or 60. I have to look. Honestly, I feel like I'm so out of the loop. Probably by the end of next week, because that's my goal to get my other house listed. Means I'll be done. I should have this wrapped up, and we will be back to producing single release videos again, which I have the Halloween Havoc 95, speaking of wrestling reviews, to do, as well as so much more. I miss producing videos. Oh my God. It seems like forever it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since all this started. So yeah. And yeah, tomorrow night is me, Vinny, Tony, Red, and Chris. We got the Horsemen, all 5 of us over there. Wednesday night Going Rogue. Me and Tony will have guests on. We'll have TBD and TBD on Wednesday night. To be determined. But let's see.
Sometimes I have TBD, and I take medication for it when I'm on ETAP's channel.
It flares up. It flares up.
Oh, God.
But yeah, and we'll be doing. We should be doing a Saturday night's main event this coming Saturday. Sorry, I was on a boat yesterday after we worked down here all day, and I was really drunk by the time I got home, and so I passed out, and yeah. So that led me to this decision, which I'm just not gonna drink anymore, honestly. No, seriously, I'm just like, fuck that, I'm done.
Nice,
that was it. Yesterday was it. I got right on the other side of this wall that's facing me is all my weight equipment, which I have to move some shelves and clean up some things, but that's my dedicated weight room area out there, which I'm gonna be using every morning. So yeah, I'm done. I'm done drinking, man.
And that's
I'm not gonna
Wine
quit
doesn't
eating.
count. Wine doesn't count.
No,
It's the fruit.
I'm gonna go cold turkey on everything. Honestly,
Oh,
trust
damn.
me. I would love to still be, but I at this point, it's not worth it. I'm done.
Pete's gonna set the example, and it's a good thing too, because he's a great family man. He's got his kid Trey is fantastic, and there's a lot of his little monsters from school watch him, and he needs to set a better example, and he's gonna do that, and that's a fantastic thing. Pete, you're a
Eat
great
your edibles,
guy,
kid.
dude. Again, everyone on here, man. Again, proud to call you real familia. That's what we love here. So hell yeah. Sign up, man, because Pete's awesome. ETEP's channel.
Yeah, we got the channel. Become a Kazooian for $2.99 a month. You get 8 streams a month. Plus, like I said, once we're back to producing single release videos, and that back there is going to be all green eventually. So yeah, I'll be able to use my green screen in here like to its full capacity now. But I'm gonna just paint that wall and floor back there green, and I'm gonna put another desk over here. With a couple microphone sets on it eventually too. So we're gonna have I'm doing big things over here, man. There's So we're trying to build this up, man. And like I said, there's certain people that I'm gonna have come into my home and be like, hey, we're gonna record or we're gonna stream and do some shit. So I've learned anything from Tim Pool, it's how to fucking do that. So.
Don't worry, ETEP. I already got some of my own spies already in your home right now.
The guinea pigs. I heard. I was missing lettuce out of the refrigerator already. I was like, I hadn't even made a salad yet.
We're gonna film in the vegetable garden as well. It's gonna be amazing.
I do have a vegetable garden. I just have to till it up. But no, you can catch me on my channel on Mondays. My mother had a huge. Oh my god! I wish I had pictures of her garden. It was massive. It was fucking massive. But yeah, you can catch me Tuesday at 6:40 Eastern on Supreme Heretics channel for United Resistance, and then on the Clown World Review every Wednesday 8:05 Eastern. But we'll be doing that this week, and then over to Angelus Dravens for another awesome AEW review. Yeah, I'll have to really censor myself this time. Last time was kind of gloves off. That would have been a great Patreon stream,
right?
But so what else? Wednesday on my channel. Thursdays, sometimes I get to be on the Probe, and I don't know. I go over on Outcast Owls Live. Big shout out to 24 Eyes, one of my channel members.
Oh yeah.
Friday, I try to be on Vinny's, and I think I was on Tony. I showed up on your stream, didn't I? Friday night for a bit.
Yeah,
I think. I did. That's because I set up down here. I was over on that side of the room.
Yeah.
And I was running around. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I can't do that anymore now. I got a wall here. There's a wall and a door, so I'd be like smashing through my drywall like the. Oh yeah, that'd be a good gag. But then I've got to replace drywall and shit. And I know how many studs we put in there.
You could do Gay Hulk.
Oh yes,
the glory Hulk. But anyway, Saturday night's main event.
Don't make me horny. You won't like me when I'm
the gash. But yeah, so
Mark Ruffalo, MASH.
Poor JoJo. It's all for JoJo.
Unbelievable.
Angry.
But dude, thank you so much, man. It's always a blast hanging out and having you
Absolutely.
on as well. Yeah, man. And who knows? Maybe we'll have more. We'll do some green screen fun at some point. I think we could kick around some great ideas and stuff too. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good old Hans Cock. We're gonna have some more bombshell, late breaking news from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Maybe we'll get across.
Excellent. Mr. Beans, bring me back.
Look out. It's a union of evilness.
It sounds like it's going to be a good time there, Doomtap. I think we're going to have a good time.
Oh, it will be the best of times and the worst of times for Kathleen Kennedy.
The blurst of times.
She's going to be fired tomorrow at 6:15 p.m. a.m. Scotsman.
Oh, dude.
I don't know how I follow that, but Yeah,
Dude,
I'm Scotsman
hero.
TV. I am currently working on my own manga. If you like 80s anime, this is modeled after all of the great 80s anime. Trying to create a hard-hitting, violent space samurai fantasy set in another world. And I am currently doing character development. This is Master Shama. He's essentially the main character. His daughter Akari. Riku. You might notice his hairstyle. It's kind of modeled after the great Roy Fokker, an iconic Robotech character.
Nice.
Always loved his hairstyle. So in homage to that, Benjiro, he's the younger of the characters. He calls him Senpai. So, and then his sister Hinata, she's also a ginger who wears green. She's the last character in the cast that I'm working on. And then back to panel development and page development. So I've got the first few pages. The style is it's gonna be painted backgrounds with cell shaded characters on top to make it feel like stills from every anime movie you might have seen when you were a kid.
It does.
Well,
cool.
Ginger graybeard like me, growing up with that. These at this point are just flats with the renders behind them. I haven't cell shaded anything yet. So, but essentially this is the style that I'm going for. So
very cool.
These are the sample pages.
I love it.
So check me out, Scotsman TV, everywhere, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Minds, all of that. So thank you for your time.
Dude, no, thank you for being here too. Like I said, man, love you guys and girls, top to bottom. Not in any dirty ways because HR is gonna come in. No, but no, seriously, you guys are all awesome. And of course, Tina Bojan, thank you for being here as well. Great supporter. Let the people know who you are, or, where they can find you if you want to be found.
Thank you for inviting me. I had a great time as usual. And when I'm not hanging out with these awesome gentlemen, you can find me in the chats of some of the greatest YouTubers that we all love throughout the week. So if you see me, please say hi. Have a great week and an awesome sleep.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And like I said, it's always a pleasure. We have awesome people here all the time, from the chat, on panel, you name it. And it's a beautiful thing. Make sure, go to Amazon as well and go look up Adega Outlaw. He's got fantastic books out as well. He's got
I just ordered 2.
Beautiful.
I just ordered 2 for Adega, from Adega. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Was it Blood Witch and yeah.
Yep.
It's Blood Witch, and then the smaller one. I forgot what it was called.
Evolution.
Yes, as I was running across the room. That's what it's called.
Tina, real quick, do you want me to plug your Twitter in the chat, or do you not want to give that out?
Oh, that sounds nasty, Tony.
Yeah, my husband's only allowed to do the plugging, but as far as Twitter is concerned, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Sweet.
Oh, that's nasty.
20 years ago, if I heard myself, you want me to plug your Twitter 20 years ago, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Same with Insta.
I plugged it right into Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have been really worried if somebody would have said that in the Ron Perlman voice.
Yeah.
Like I said, we needed more Loja tonight, I just have I only have 2 clips, but we'll find more, don't worry.
What if I said it in Brian Dashboard?
What if he said
hear
it in
the
Brian
fat
Langston's voice? Again, I can speak fat. I have fat cousins. Anyway.
Excuse me, stewardess. I speak fat.
But yeah, it's crazy. Oh, by the way, too, don't forget, if you missed it before, I said I got some new merch out there. We have the it's the Mela Art World logo. But what do we got in the back? We have we got one of the Jolly Rogers. Check it out. It's awesome. New shirts and stuff are over on the merch store, which you could also find in the description. So please do. Great quality, good stuff. That's what I love. I got 2 other ones, but I think I showed them off already. But yeah, this is the new one that we got double-sided stuff now, which I like. good options, and options are good. So please, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Remember, be kind to one another. Kick ass while you create. Don't take shit from nobody. And we got to get one more for Scott's.
Oh yeah.
He inked up one of my drawings, and now he's putting some color on it too. Excellent stuff, man.
Looks great, bro.
Nice.
This guy, he's a triple threat.
Yeah, it looks really good.
He could dance, he could sing, he could act. No,
yeah, all of that.
And it could cook on a Blackstone grill.
Cook.
Yeah,
that's right.
He can grill.
Right.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have to
I'm
have
like
right there on the
self-sufficient.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have more cooking segments with Scotsman.
Oh yeah.
Maybe smash burgers next. How about that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you were
Sounds
talking about
good.
those earlier today. I
I'm
want to
hungry
see.
already. You
I know.
But we love you. We love you all. Yeah, remember, just keep being great to one another, and then we're gonna keep kicking some more ass. Chris, if you got it ready. By the way, what we do in the shadows, the next season is gonna be coming out, I think, in a couple of weeks, and I can't wait for it because we're gonna get more of that dude. So Chris, play it for us, homie.
Have a good one, everyone.